Hello everybody and welcome to the United Stand. It's the big one. It's Manchester United in Spain against Real Sociedad, having to win by 2 clear goals to top the group. All I can say is, wow. What a team. What a team Manchester United put out. And not a team I don't think anybody could really have predicted, could they? I mean, Donny van der Beek starts, Victor Lindelof starts, Marcus Rashford is on the bench. I'm surprised, but I'm surprised in a good way. I'm surprised, and I'm surprised in a good way for certain. Look, I'm really happy that that we're seeing Donny van der Beek play. It's funny, I think it was Samuel Luckhurst on the Manchester Evening News podcast this week was talking about how Donny van der Beek, for some reason, some odd reason, still retains this mythical belief from sections of the fan base. Well, I'm one of those fans, and I think some of you. I like Donny van der Beek, and I think that, but even I would acknowledge that I'm very surprised that that he has gone and put him in the team today. I think it's really surprising, and I'm happy about it. I think it's interesting. I'm surprised Marcus Rashford's on the bench. I think there's a lot to get into there, and I've always said it as well. But Donny van der Beek starting for Manchester United. Wow. And look, let's not forget, it just opens up so many thoughts, doesn't it? Which is why I was eager to go live. I mean, what do you think about that? How do you think about that? We are sponsored by Manscaped, by the way. I'll talk about Manscaped in a bit. Trim the grass to make the yard look bigger. That's what United need to do as well tonight. But happy birthday, Mark. Donny starts on Mark's birthday. It ain't my birthday. But look, I think there's so many places to go with this as we build towards what is a massive game. Please smash a like on the video and get involved. But I think the thing that really hits the top of the Christmas tree for me here is just Erik ten Hag. Erik ten Hag as the manager. I wanted this guy as our manager. I know a lot of you did. And he's just gone and done something tonight that will have these journalists very surprised, have the fans very surprised, but the fans also very excited. This is not the sort of thing Jose Mourinho or Ole Gunnar Solskjaer would have done. They weren't keep you on the toes manager. There was no indication at all that Donny van der Beek was going to start this game today until a few hours ago. And I suppose secondary, there was no indication that Maguire wouldn't keep his place. Like, everyone thought, well, that's it, Maguire's back in now, and he's not. He's out. And the interesting thing is, this is not Ammonia away from home, and we're already qualified. This is Sociedad, where we need to win by 2 goals. This is arguably our biggest game of the season. So if you're playing in this, it's not like a free hit, go and enjoy yourself. It's properly like, I think you're the players to win me this game, our biggest game of the season so far. So it's layered. It's shockingly exciting, but it's also massive vindication and trust from Erik ten Hag in Lindelof, in Garnacho, in Donny van der Beek. And it's massive. Erik knows Donny better than any of us. Let's hope it's a success tonight, says Click. Well, this is the biggest opportunity. I love the lineup, says Hader. It's got me really excited. Yeah, get your comments in. This is the biggest opportunity of Donny van der Beek's Manchester United career. To be thrown into a game like this, away from home, it's a game plan. It's a game plan, and it's a squad game as well, and it's fantastic. It really is fantastic. I mean, I don't know why Rashford's not starting. That's a little bit interesting. Maybe you keep Rashford back. Maybe he's got a bit of a knock. I don't know, but it is fascinating. So De Gea in goal, Delo at right back, Lindelof and Martinez with Luke Shaw, Eriksen and Casemiro, and then Garnacho, Donny, Bruno and Ronaldo. Now, we're assuming that, and I was quite interested like this. I'd heard that Garnacho was starting. I'd heard that Garnacho was going to start before I heard anyone else. And I was like, oh, that's interesting then. Who's going to play off the right? Because Garnacho likes to play off the left. Rashford likes to play off the left. Who will play off the right? And I had heard a lot of people saying that we should be playing Bruno Fernandes off the right. And I thought, actually, I think I said this last night or on the preview. I think it makes a lot of sense. This is Manchester United, says Daniel. It makes a lot of sense to put Bruno on the right-hand side because he has played there before. He has got a good cross on him. And also, he's not playing against Villa. So it made sense to move Bruno to the right and play the midfield three that you're looking to play against Villa on Sunday. So I expected Fred to come in and Bruno to go to the right. But the fact that Garnacho's starting, Bruno's gone to the right, and Donny's starting, wow, really interesting. And, you know, Fred, McTominay, Rashford, you'd expect all of those to probably start tonight. Do you think this is Donny's last chance to make something of his career at United? Says Aram, good performance here and he can play at the weekend instead of Bruno. It's a huge opportunity for Donny, and it's probably the opportunity he may not was expecting. Hi Mark, today is my 18th birthday, says After Effector. Thank you for the good shows, keep it up. Happy birthday to you, pal. Donny playing to get ready for Sunday for Bruno, says Rory. But the fact that Donny's come in, I really didn't think it would be him. I'm massively excited. I mean, I was very excited about this game anyway, as I'm sure many of you are. But having said that, you know, you look at the balance of that Manchester United side, and I think, you know, I'm still unsure why we're not playing Marcus Rashford in a game where we need to score goals, because he's our best goal scorer this season. That team should still be good enough to score goals and win, says Adamano. And are you happy with the team, says Mikael Roach? And I think that's the biggest question for everybody. Are you happy with the team? Tumbleweed says, all right, Mark, it's good to see Donny on, and it's an exciting team. I think it'll be a good win to win to us. Let's go, guys, says Tumbleweed. And this is quite exciting. I wonder what Ten Hag's plan is with this team. I think it's possession, mate. I think it's possession. I think when I look at that team, and Leon Jason says, I love the team, I think it's about possession. I think Donny van der Beek, Christian Eriksen, Casemiro, Garnacho, Bruno, Ronaldo, there's not a lot of pace there. So I think we are looking at possession. We are looking at, we know that Sociedad want to possess the ball and play football, and I think we've tried to do that as well. Johan, welcome to the Members Club. Thank you very much for joining. Got a cracking members video coming out tomorrow, by the way. Rashford is probably on the bench to give us some options. Starting Rashford would have meant no options to change things if we're under pressure, says George. Yeah, so I think the reason that he's gone with the team that he's gone with is because of possession. As I say, we know that that Sociedad, like many La Liga teams, want to play football, and I think we've tried to counterattack that by trying to get on the ball ourselves, I suppose, and I think that's what we're trying to do. Sociedad team, if you're interested, they've got Gargallo in goal, Garazabel, Lenormand, Pachicho, Rico, Mendes, Zubamendi, Marino, Marin, Sorloth, and Fernandez. I mean, they're not a bad side. They're not a bad side. I mean, even on their bench, I know they've got a few injuries, but you'd recognise names such as Illaramendi. So, yeah, you know, Navarro as well. So, look, our bench, by the way, Maguire, Rashford, Malacia, Fred, Pelestri, Wan-Bissaka, Dubravka, Elanga, McTominay, Shoretire, Vitek, and Iqbal. We don't really have that many attacking options other than Rashford and Pelestri and Elanga. So, yeah, it's interesting. How would you feel about Donny if he disappoints, says Dylan? Mate, I can't control what Donny's going to do in this game. I hope he has a good game. I hope we all have a good game. I think Rashford being benched is because they may sit back. We have more people in the final third looking to create, pass and provide service, says Mark. And resting Rashford and Maguire for Sunday could be risky, but Aston Villa is the most important game, says United 95. Do you think that's what we're doing? Do you think we're resting Maguire and Rashford for Sunday? I don't think we are. I think this is a game plan. I really do. Excited about this lineup. Hopeful for a good game. Keep up the good shows, Mark. Always good to watch, says Arjun. The reason I don't think we're resting players is because I remember Ten Hag talking about Maguire a couple of weeks ago and saying he's an important member of the squad. And I think that's probably where we're at with a lot of these players. I think his starting centre-backs are Varane and Martinez, but Varane is injured, and I think he sees Lindelof and Maguire as the same. I also don't think it was possible. Maguire fans in the mud, says Yash. Well, I don't think they're in the mud. I don't think it was possible for Harry Maguire to come back from injury and play 3 games in a week. So I think that Ten Hag has probably gone and thought, you know what, whether I want to or not, I can't play Maguire Thursday, Sunday, so I'll bring Lindelof back in, who's done nothing wrong to lose his place in the first place. I know why I'm yawning so much. I'm very excited. It's excited yawns, I think. I'm actually looking forward to it. I think we're going to be putting a lot of crosses in today, says Marky. Yeah, I think fundamentally that's what we will try and do, especially with Bruno down that right-hand side. Thanks for the content, Mark. Keep up the good work. What do you predict the score will be tonight, says Chris? I still think it's going to be very difficult to go there and win there by 2 goals. I don't care what team we put out and how well we're playing. I still think it's difficult to go to Sociedad and win by 2 goals. This is the squad management we've needed for a long time, says Dejan. And don't leave so soon. How can I get through, says Adeyemi. Mark, you made me excited, if you know what I mean, says Rory. Okay. Talking about that, can I just say that, of course, on the show tonight, you may have seen it flipping around a little bit. I'm going to take it and I'm going to pause it. We are sponsored by Manscaped here today on the show. So don't forget, what is Manscaped? Manscaped is precision engineering for your family jewels. Basically, trim around your bits and trim the grass to make the yard look bigger. We've got the Lawnmower 4.0. It's a fantastic thing with a light for a more precise shave. A fantastic engine on it. I was going to liken it to a football player then, which I'm not going to do. Adjustable lengths, waterproof, electromagnetic induction charging. So you just pop it in the port and leave it, and you can take it out. There's no wire attached to it. Delivered to your door, free delivery, and I think it's 20% off if I'm correct in saying. I can't read it. It's actually 20% off. I'm right. Fantastic products. We've also got the weed whacker that comes, which is comes with part of the performance package if you want to get a load of things together. Up the nose. You'll not be able to hear it there. Not done mine for a while. Can do it in the ears if you're old enough to have ear hair. Oh God, I don't want ear hair. Performance boxer shorts, comes with a travel bag, loads of extras as well. 20% off, free shipping, worldwide, Manscaped. Trim the grass to make the yard look bigger. Fantastic products, check them out. Christmas is coming as well. Really good gifts to give a loved one. I'd say it would have to be a loved one if you're looking to see the results of what you've gifted. But ultimately, you don't have to see the results. You could just give it to somebody and they'll enjoy it themselves. Check it out, Manscaped. Scan the QR code or go through the link in the video description. Big shout out to them. Rashford is a super sub. Makes absolute sense, to be honest. I trust Eric's decision and back him 100%, says Esker. Well, I don't think anybody doesn't. Yeah, I don't think anybody hasn't. We all have ear hair, says Reed. Yeah, but you know what I mean. Remember those old, I don't know whether you had them at your school, like old teachers would look like they've got bloody daddy long legs coming out of their ear. You know, that sort of hair. Nobody wants that. Jay's had a bet for £200 that United are going to win. Crazy thought, but is Rashford and others dropped because of previous important games being bottled? Come on, United, says you. And can you wish my friend Mo a happy birthday? MX, that is the worst attempt. That is the worst attempt in the world to try and get me. Who do you think you are? I don't know who you think I am, but I haven't got mug written on my head. It's MG, not MUG. You know what his thing was? Can you say happy birthday to my friend Mo, and then the second name is Lester? Unbelievable. He should be booed out of the live chat for that. As if I am going to read that out and fall for it. You've got to get up a lot earlier than that, mate. Unbelievable. You should be embarrassed. You should be ashamed of yourself. That is terrible. Terrible. What's the next? What's the next one? Oh, can you say, good luck in your driving test for my friend I Swallow, second name Come? I mean, it's just rubbish. Absolute rubbish. Your time now, Donny, says Axel. Thank you very much for the super chat. And watch something, get him now. I won't get Gort. No, I won't get Got. What's the team, Mark, says Patrick. I will show you the team. So big shout out to Manscaped. Don't forget to get your orders in. 20% off and free worldwide shipping. Trim the grass to make the yard look bigger. It's a fantastic product and it's got a very familiar grip, is what I would say. So it works around that area. It's 2 for 1. Anyway, let's have a look. Let's start it and let me give you the Manchester United. Let's get the Manchester United team on the screen for you. So there it is. We'll pause it there for a minute, of course. We'll pause it there. That's absolutely fine. So that's the United team. As I would say, wow. I'm absolutely, I was doing my FIFA stream about an hour ago and I said I'd heard this, I'd been given this team a while ago. And I didn't believe it because I really thought Maguire would start. I really thought Rashford would start. I didn't think Donny was going to start. So, yeah, really, really surprised by it. But it's come in. It's come in and it's delivered, hasn't it? And, very, 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 very pleased to see it. And I'm excited. I'm excited. I don't think Rashford's injured. There's a bit of a talk that Marcus Rashford might be carrying a knock. I don't know how true that is. We'll try and find out more as we approach this very important game for United. But Marcus Rashford is on the bench. There's absolutely nothing out there official yet. I mean, there will be a comment or two coming in from Erik ten Hag, I'm sure. But Timo Werner's out the World Cup. Yeah, well, the World Cup's just at the wrong time, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, let's come back to the chat. Mark, what have you been smoking? Ricky wants to know, says Fred. And love you, Mark. Hope Donny shines today and we finish top of the group, says Wong. Love the content, Mark, says Louis. We've also had a super chat coming in from SK. Says, I don't want to get my hopes up, but this is a big test. Do the players want to work past tired? How hungry are they? Says SK. And Luke says, very unimaginative. I've just been laughing about that with my good friend Anthony. Yeah, I'm not going to read that either, Luke. What do you mean, Ricky asked what have I been smoking? In relation to what? I'd love to see Donny with some big assists, feeding Ronnie with multiple goals. Well, look, let's just talk about Donny for a moment, because we've been talking about Donny for what feels like a decade. And this is the biggest game for him. You know, he's not really been around much this season. And it's the biggest game he's playing for us, I think, in his whole United career. He's been thrown in. And, you know, what can he do? There's no guarantee he'll play well. But even in the little cameo he played last Thursday, I felt that he had some real sharpness to him in the little one touch, the little movement. I mean, I don't know whether Donny van de Beek's going to be a success at Manchester United, but what I do know is that you want him to be given chances, and you want him, if it doesn't work out, to be say, well, he was given a chance. And I don't think you can say anything more than that. He's got a massive opportunity in front of him tonight. Is he good enough to be a Man United player? I don't know. But Ten Hag will know. And in Ten Hag we trust. Donny Masterclass incoming. Love the content, Mark, says Jake. And Luke says, that wasn't me trying to catch you out, by the way. It was an intentional crap name. Thanks for the content. Thank you, Luke. The game kicks off at 45 minutes past 5. Earlier, Ricky said, what are you smoking for saying Bruno can play on the right, says Dark Souls. Mate, I love Ricky. I think sometimes he comes out with some really good stuff. But I'm telling you now, listen up, Ricky. I'm telling you now. Listen up, Ricky. I'm telling you now. Bruno's played on the right-hand side many times. And when he drifts out to the right-hand side, he can whip a decent cross in. And you loved Juan Mata. And Juan Mata spent most of his Manchester United career playing on the right-hand side. So it's not out of the ordinary to say that putting Bruno on the right is not a bad idea. And I think, watch out for the right-sided crosses to Ronaldo, says Johan. Absolutely spot on. Bruno Fernandes says, Marky, I need to play. There's two things for me why and I think many of you, thought that Bruno might play on the right tonight. One, we need to get good crosses into the box. And two, he's not playing on Sunday. And three, Anthony's not fit, so we need someone to play off the right. Can you call my wife Samantha a prat, please, says MJ. But, so, Anthony's not fit. He's not even here, Ghost. Hi, Mark. Any chance it could be 4-1-2-1-2 with Garnacho and Ronaldo up top, or do you get given the formation, says Emmett? You never get given the formation. Like there was a team last week that had Ronaldo left wing. That might not be how we line up. I remember when we used to fall out about the formation. I don't even talk about the formation until it starts, because you're right, it could be lots of different things. Donny could be playing off the right and Bruno could be playing up through the middle. You don't know. So many creative players in the team. Come on, United, says Matteo. And I'd love United to sign. Yeah, I'm not reading that either. But I think one thing we're not discussing here is, how are we going to score goals? I think we can clutch up a 2-0 win, says Comet. How are we going to score goals? Because there's a lot of creativity in that team, but there's also a lot of potential for congestion. And what I mean by that is, Bruno likes to be around the number 10 spot. Donny likes to be around the number 10 spot. Eriksen likes to be around the number 10 spot. Garnacho's, a young player, and then Ronaldo likes to drop into the number 10 spot. We've got to be very disciplined with our positional sense today. Shout out my daughter Jade Carpenter. Beryl Carpenter says, shout out to my daughter Jade Carpenter, who is visiting me. Lovely stuff there. Shout out to Beryl and Jade. I think we've got to be very rigid in the way that we play today. Rigid is the wrong word. Disciplined in the way that we play today. I think Lindelof more suits the high line than Maguire. I think the fullbacks have got to get forward. Delot and Luke Shaw have got to be allowed to go forward. Maybe that's why Maguire's not playing as well. I still think Lindelof's vulnerable more than Varane, but I think he's better than Maguire in a team that's playing a higher line. You've got to get your fullbacks forward. Eriksen's got to be allowed to go. Casemiro will sit. You've got to have Garnacho and Bruno very high up for the overlaps and then the crosses if they get the opportunity. And then Donny and Eriksen have got to be allowed to probe. And Ronaldo, I'm telling you now, Maguire's gone back to Hull City, says Alto. No, he hasn't. Ronaldo's got to be very disciplined here. He's got to basically stay in the penalty box. No dropping deep. Stay in the penalty box. You've got people who can pass and move, and he's got to stay in the box, because I think tonight, the way we're set up, Luke Shaw off the left, Delot and Bruno off the right, Eriksen as well from the left, inverted maybe at times, quality balls into the box. I think this is the way to do it. So yeah. We need to win, says Football Ed. We need to win by 2 clear goals. I tweeted it this morning, but on the morning show, we got infiltrated by what I call idiots who basically said that United can win 2-1 and go through because Sociedad beat us 1-0, therefore it would be 2-2, but we've scored 2 away goals. That's not how it works. Away goals have been scrapped from European knockout football for a couple of years now. There is no away goals aspect to any part of it. Basically, in head-to-heads, it will go on who won and who won. So if we win, Sociedad won with the same, then it goes to overall goal difference, of which theirs is better. So the only way we can get over them is by beating them better than we did. They beat us by 1 goal. We've got to beat them by 2 goals. Hi Mark, Donny starting could mean he starts on Sunday, says Kyle. It could do. It could also mean that Fred's starting on Sunday. We don't know. Sunday, it's a very quick turnaround. But I'm not thinking about Sunday because you know what? Tonight is our biggest game of the season. There's no resting people for Sunday. I don't know what that's coming from, because if we're resting people for Sunday, are we basically accepting that we want to play Barcelona or Sevilla or Juventus or Leverkusen an extra 2 games in February, which could massively jeopardise our chances of winning the Europa League and our chances of getting top 4? We don't need any more games. So tonight's a big game. And I think we've got to go for it, and I think we will. And I think he will use his bench as well. I don't think that starting lineup is there for 90 minutes. I'm guarantee you Rashford's going to come on. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Alanga or Fred or McTominay at some point as well. Sociedad defenders look sharp as well, though, says MX. Thank you very much. Benfica won the group on away goals yesterday, says Zizzy. It's not how it works, mate. Get Ronaldo to a real club, says Juan. Okay. I played the game, says Mike. Ricky. Okay, Nesquik. Any Ten Hag quotes? We are waiting for them to come in. I'm pretty sure they will be coming in pretty soon because he has been speaking. Somebody just said that's the worst Man United lineup of the season. I don't think we've got any comments coming in from him just yet, but I'm just having a quick look. Eric. No, nothing coming in from him yet. He has spoken to the press, but I just don't think his quotes have come out yet. So, yeah. Please do subscribe to the channel, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner to do it. You're very welcome on the United stand. We've got a very exciting game for you tonight. And, yeah, looking forward to it. It's not going to be easy. It won't be easy. It will not be an easy game. Mark, you look sharp. Give us a twirl, says Rory C. And feels like he's trying something new because goals have been hard to come by with the usual team, says Carl Welsh. Welcome to the members club, Harry FIFA TV. Really welcome to you. Really welcome to you. You're very welcome. Thanks for tuning in. And we've got a fantastic new members video coming out tomorrow, exclusively for you. I want to let you know. We're very close to 521,000 subscribers, by the way. We're only 300 away, so please subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. Rashi for the it's showing that it's a 4-3-1-2 formation for United. Says A11, and also got a super chat from Barmer. He says, "Hi Mark, hope you're doing well." Hi Barmer, he gifted a load of memberships at the weekend. Give him a shout out. Silva's not playing for Sociedad. He's injured. Did you see Rico Lewis' performance for City last night? It says Football 360. I didn't watch any football last night, to be honest with you. No. You must be on cloud nine, Mark. Donny starting, says Harsh. And I actually like Garnacho starting off with Ronaldo, says Jorge. Would you like to see more of Palestri, Mark, says Quinn. And Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, says Jordan. Look, I'm happy with that team. I am one of those fans, whether it's delusional or not. I'm a big fan of Donny van der Beek. I'm very surprised that he's starting today, but I'm very excited to see that he's starting today. And hopefully he can deliver something that's a good performance. Because as I said, it's a bit like Frank Sinatra in New York. If Donny van der Beek can't make it with Ten Hag, he can't make it anywhere. He's never going to be a Man United player if you can't work it with Ten Hag. It's the best person to have. Starting Lindelof shows that Ten Hag prefers him over Maguire in the system, which we all have noticed too, says Sancho. William Simpson, welcome to Members Club. I've got to say, we're spending a lot of time talking about Donny and Rashford being on the bench, but if Rashford had started and Donny had been on the bench, I think we'd all be talking about Lindelof starting over Maguire, which is a very, very big thing. This is a game that we need to win. Harry Maguire is the captain. It's a big thing to not put Maguire in the team. I just think it's less deep than that, though. I just don't think, and I personally think this, and I think Ten Hag probably thinks it as well, I don't think there's a lot between Lindelof and Maguire. I don't think there's a stand out, you're better than him. And I don't think Ten Hag thinks that. I think his starting centre-backs are Varane and Martinez. They're the number 1 and 2. But he doesn't have Varane. So I think game to game, he looks at it and goes, who's performed better in training, who's ill, who played the last game, who's sharp. And I think that he wanted to play Lindelof against West Ham, which surprised me because I said, I'm convinced he'll pick Maguire because of height. I think Lindelof would have played at the weekend. And I think because he's over his illness, he's brought him straight back in. So he did it with Eriksen. Eriksen missed the game because of illness. Fred played well and he brought Eriksen back. So it bodes well for Lindelof. What I would say is I don't think it's bad for Harry because I don't think Maguire can play 3 games in a week at the moment anyway. He's just come back from a bad injury. So I think Ten Hag is probably also, feeding Maguire back in. But have no doubts, if Maguire was the first choice centre-back, he would play because it's such a big game. You can't afford to go, you're on the bench. Greetings from Canada. Who needs to be man of the match for a United win today, says Andrew. I think Ronaldo is very important. I think Cristiano is very, very important. Elliot says Lindelof's form right now is justification for his position over Maguire rather than skill, says Elliot. And David, welcome to the Members Club. And let's not forget, it could be a major risk to pick Harry Maguire tonight. So excited about the lineup, says Beep. I thought Harry Maguire finished the game very, very well against West Ham. Last 20 minutes he played well, but the first 70 minutes I thought he was really, really rusty. Now, do you want to run the risk of that happening here? And why did he play well in the last 20 minutes? Because we became a team that parks the bus, basically had a back 7, and crosses were coming into the box. Maguire doesn't have to sprint. He doesn't have to bring the ball out from the back. He's just got to position himself, block, head. That's what Maguire's good at, head and blocking. He's brilliant at that. And are we going to be doing that today? No, we want to attack. We want to be on the front foot. Does that suit Harry Maguire? Well, it does if we get set pieces, but you can see why he's gone with Lindelof. Mark, says Jordan. Thank you very much. Line up, please, Mark. Can't see the small screen. So, Lynn, the team is De Gea, Delo, Lindelof, Martinez and Shaw, Casemiro, Eriksen, Donny van der Beek, Garnacho, Bruno Fernandes and Cristiano Ronaldo. Hi, Mark. Great channel. Why would he not field his strongest team tonight in such a big game? Can you give a shout out to all your Welsh subscribers, says Paul Jones. Paul. I think he has picked his strongest team. And I think this is where people are not understanding what Ten Hag is. I think he has picked his strongest team. This is our hardest game of the season, like you say. We need to score 2 goals. I don't think 100% Ten Hag's picked his strongest team. Anyone who's trying to justify, well, he's resting Rashford and Maguire, etc., you're talking out of your arse because he's picked his strongest team. And you want to know why he's picked his strongest team? Why did he pick his strongest team against Ammonia? Why did he pick his strongest team against Sheriff if he wasn't going to pick his strongest team against Sociedad? Every game before has been building towards this. This is his strongest team to do the job. This is the team he thinks the right team. It's tactical, but it's his strongest team. Ten Hag starting Lindelof shows that he knows Harry can't play with a high line and we need a high line to go for the win. Also keep up the good work, says Kyle. Fervent says, I understand sympathy, but we cannot defend that Maguire is a liability and completely ruins our game plan. Lindelof is leaps and bounds better. And Nathan Joseph says, Lindelof is a better passer between the lines. We'll probably have more possession and need to move the ball quickly rather than sideways. And I think if we start like we did against Chelsea and play like Spurs, we could blow these away and be 2 or 3-0 up after 30 minutes. Difficult game though, says Jack. I hope so. Up the Reds, Mark. Massive game, can't wait, says Mo. And little bit of suey tonight, Mark, says Jordan. This proves that Maguire is third choice centre-back, says Avishak. Well, he'd be fourth choice, wouldn't he? Because Lindelof's third. I'm a bit worried about that Sociedad attack. Height against our defence, says Jay. And Mark, nice to see Van Dijk praising Martinez and rubbish all the noise around his height on the overlap. Something you and the community have said for ages, says Ash. Thank you very much. A team with this many creatives will get chances and keep the ball in a game like this. Therefore, it's the strongest team for a game like this, says Dorian. And mistake not playing Maguire. Their striker is 195 centimetres, fast and extremely good in the air. The inquest... You've put a word in there that doesn't belong next to Harry Maguire. The height thing I get, but speed. What are you talking about? I think some people probably just haven't realised what Casemiro said yesterday when he was talking to Beth in the press conference, and Beth said, "What's the difference between the Premier League and La Liga?" And he said, "In the Premier League, it's intense, it's physical, it's quick." In La Liga, everyone tries to play football with the ball on the ground, more tiki-taka. You talking about Sorloth being quick and good in the air. Sociedad are not whipping long balls into the box. They're going to get the ball down and play. Ten Hag has picked a team for Europe. Ten Hag has picked a team for La Liga. We've picked a La Liga team. We've picked a team that in La Liga could probably hold its own with its intricate possession and passing. Ronaldo is one of the most important players on the pitch. He cannot drop a lot and get involved in the link-up play. He's got to hold his place on those centre-backs and wait. That's what he's got to do. Wait for the chances. Conserve your energy and wait. Let Donny and Eriksen and Casemiro and Bruno and Garnacho play around with the ball, get the fullbacks overlapping, and away we go. Lindelof is not going to the World Cup. Maybe use him more before and after the World Cup, says Thomas. Yes, good point. And really worried, no Rashford. Incredible pressure on a young lad for Garnacho, says Lynn. Look, we're still waiting for the comments to come in from Ten Hag. I'm hoping it's tactical, that Rashford will come on for the last half an hour, but you never know. He may well be carrying a bit of a knock. I don't know. Just to let you know as well, Casemiro was voted Player of the Month. I think you went with Martinez, but he's been our number one in the chart show for the last 3 weeks, so I think that makes sense. Please do subscribe to the channel, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner to do it. You're very, very welcome, of course. The United Stand, live every night at 8 o'clock, every morning at 10 o'clock, every lunchtime, and for watch-alongs and match reactions. Get involved. You're very welcome. Yes. I'm excited about this game tonight. I am rather excited about it. I hope you are too. Manchester United with a great opportunity to... not steal, but take top spot. I think that we deserve top spot. I think that we were robbed in the first game. And, I thought it was disappointing how... I thought it was disappointing, the first leg, to be honest, how they won it. Because remember, let's tell the story of the Europa League group stage. And... It was disappointing how... hold on a minute. I've got a little quote coming in here for you. Let me just get it. It was disappointing how it was a 0-0, basically. That was a 0-0 game at Old Trafford. And the referee basically gave them the win with a dodgy penalty. Samuel Lucas says UEFA have got United down as a 4-3-1-2. Ten Hag highlighted at Chelsea United had not faced a formation like Sociedad's all season, so the apparent change of setup may not be such a surprise. That would mean Garnacho and Ronaldo with Bruno in behind, and then Van der Beek, Casemiro and Eriksen as a midfield three. We'll have to wait and see with that. So that there could be a little bit of alternating on how we are lined up, but we will see how it develops with that. some right bitter prats on Twitter, aren't they? They don't like Donny van der Beek. Oh, we've got some weirdos in our fan base, and I'm probably one of them. But Fan FC really makes me really surprised me. Right, we've got some Erik ten Hag quotes coming in for you. Get ready to rumble. Hi Mark, I would love to see 4-2-2-2 in attack. Casemiro with Donny, Ericsson with Bruno, and Ronaldo with Garnacho. Control, creation, and goals. I like it, man, child. I like it. Garnacho might shine. To be honest, it shouldn't be as a physical game. If it's more tiki-taka, it might play to his strengths. As SK. And also Rob says, hoping for United win tonight, making me feel a bit better. My back is playing up, so been on the sofa all day, can hardly move, hope you're well. Oh, back pain's horrible, Rob. I hope you're back soon, feeling well. Danish, soonest exclusive, Garnacho is slow and too old, says John James. Thanks for all the super chats tonight. I can sense the excitement in there, lots of excitement for Donny. There are people on social media who don't like Donny van der Beek, who are Man United fans. I find it weird. I said it in the summer. Player FC needs to disappear. Like, it does. If you want to get behind the manager, you've got to get rid of Player FC. Of course, it still exists. We've seen it over the last few weeks. But if Maguire was playing tonight, I'd want him to do well. If McTominay was playing instead of Donny, I'd want him to do well. Of course, my preference is Lindelof and Donny. But if it was Maguire and McTominay, which I was probably expecting it to be, I would have backed them. I want them to do well. This is about Manchester United. It is not about Player FC. Mark, can you do a quick chart show on best passes in our team? For Erik ten Hag ball, we need elite quality players on the ball. Maguire was the press trigger, says Rohit. Thank you very much. I know what you mean. Do you know what a press trigger is? I was speaking to Troy Deeney about this when I was doing the Ben Foster show with him a couple of weeks ago. And you remember Troy Deeney when he played for Watford? He's at Birmingham City now. And he basically said a couple of years ago that when Fred gets the ball, you fancy your chances, so everyone presses him. It's called a press trigger. So, and what he was saying to me a couple of weeks ago was that, that's not to say that Fred's not good at other things, but everybody in our team knew that he was probably the worst player to receive the ball because he's probably the weakest player in the team that gets the ball and might miscontrol it. And there's not many players in United that do that. So he was the press trigger as soon as the ball went into Fred, because it takes a lot of energy to press. I mean, I don't know whether you've ever done coaching, but if you're playing a game and you say to your players, I want you to press every time they've got the ball, you can't do it. But if you say to them, look, I do want you to press, but I want you to aggressively press every time that ball goes into Fred because his first touch is a bit 50-50, that's what it means. So hoping for a big win tonight. Up the Reds, says Bradders. I mean, Fred's one of the best players in our squad at winning the ball in the opposition's half. He does have strengths, but sounds exactly what happens when Harry gets the ball, says RK. I don't know whether Maguire's a press trigger. I don't know. Please smash a like on the video and share, by the way. We've got some quotes coming in from Erik ten Hag. Let me read them to you now. Erik ten Hag on Donny van der Beek. He says, I think always when you play it has to be special, but for him it's the first time since he was injured. He's back and he has to work himself back, and I think we need him today. We know what to do, but it's about bringing tempo. You need a plan. Also, therefore, we have an idea with Marcus Rashford and the end of the game, how to deal with that. So, yeah, I think Rashford's not carrying an injury, which is absolutely fantastic. And I think that what's happening here is that we're going for a game plan for about an hour, and then we will probably see Marcus Rashford coming on to sort of exploit spaces in the last half an hour. It could be a very tactical mastermind from Erik ten Hag. Chris says, we've mostly seen Donny playing in a clueless Ollie side. I'm excited to see how he performs in a revamped Ten Hag side. Glory, glory, Man United. I agree with you, Chris. If we can play tonight like we did against Spurs at home, like somebody said earlier, or like we did against Chelsea at the Bridge, then that is the sort of football. I mean, look, can I make it even more clearer? Ten Hag wants Manchester United to play like Ajax because that's his style of football. Donny van der Beek suits best football was in an Ajax system. If Ten Hag can get United to play like Ajax, then Donny van der Beek's going to have a very good career at Manchester United. Hi Mark, do you think Pellistri deserves a chance to start? Feel like we haven't seen any of him, but he's always on the bench, says Luke. I think Pellistri will be moved on. I think he'll be moved on, if I'm honest. Yeah. Please do subscribe to the channel, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner, you're very, very welcome. We've got over 20,000 people watching. We're only 200 subscribers away from 521,000. Let's see if we can hit it before the game starts, which is in just over 20 minutes' time. Exciting, exciting. I'm going to do a poll here. And I know people get excited, but it's yes or no, will we finish top of the group? That's the question, yes or no. I'm going to say, because it's game day and we're so close, yes. But up until 2 hours ago, I was saying no. I think it's very, very difficult to go to Real Sociedad, who I believe are 5th or 8th or 9th in La Liga. It's very difficult to go and win by 2 clear goals away from home against a decent La Liga side. And we don't have a great record of doing it. So I think it's I think we are going to do it, but as I said this morning, I think the chances of doing it are 30%. I think there's a 70% chance we won't do it, but I get the positivity because that man's playing Donny van der Beek. Look, smile on his face. Look, you know what I look at Man United now? Oh, I'm getting goosebumps. I look at Manchester United and I go, you know what? You know what I do when I look at that side? Eriksen's a baller. Donny's a baller. Bruno is a baller. He is. Garnacho's a baller. Casemiro for a CDM is a baller. And what I mean by baller is, I don't mean bloody tricks and spins and, I mean get the ball down and play football. People who want to pass and move, one touch. I mean, Jadon Sancho should be in this team. I look at a team that's got Donny, Eriksen, Casemiro, Bruno, and you think Jadon Sancho, but he's not fit. He's not well. I played the game, says Dale. This is an exciting team. Erik ten Hag is on fire, man. We waited so long for this type of management, says Dale. Prediction, Donny at the end of the game can say, I played the game, says SK. Hi, I'm from Kuala Lumpur, says Sir John. Excited to watch tonight game. Good to know Erik ten Hag stick at Lindelof instead of the captain, says Sir. Erik ten Hag confirming Donny at 10 and Maguire only played over Lindelof on weekend because he was ill, says Joshua Bowater. I've not read that yet, but we will come back to that. What I do want to do is just pick on something there. Erik ten Hag is my manager. Every time I say it, it fills me with pride. But he is my manager, and he's your manager, and he's our manager, and he's the manager that we wanted. The vast majority of United fans wanted Ten Hag. You can want Poch, you can want Ollie, you can want Mourinho, do what you like. But none of those managers have ever... even Van Gaal. No Man United manager since Sir Alex Ferguson has been more in tune with the fans. The decisions he's making... I remember under Van Gaal, he would play Fellaini and bench Herrera. And I'd be like, what are you doing? And ultimately, Herrera started to play and he played well. And that's been the story of the last 10 years. We've had these managers who just don't seem to ever pick the right team. And Ten Hag, in the main, over the last few months, is making decisions we would make. When Luke Shaw and Maguire played bad, out the team, Varane and Malacia come in. Tonight, you expect Maguire to play, Lindelof comes back in. You expect Donny to be on the bench and he's starting. He just seems to be very malleable with his team. He's not set in stone. He doesn't have favourites. He doesn't have a best 11. I think he does have a best 11 in his head, but he's willing to change things up. I'm now confident because Maguire's not playing and also because we are going for creativity and not for pace, says Sarvish. So look, I love what he's doing as a manager. I really do. And I hope it works out tonight. I mean, there's no guarantee it's going to work out, but I hope it works out. Please do share the video as well. We're getting very close to the start of this match. 19 minutes away. We've got 28,000 people watching. You're all very welcome. I think this is going to be the biggest United Stand watch along we've done for a while, where it's passion, edge of the seat, exciting, words coming out that I don't even know are there. I think it's building this one. This has got something on it. It's very different when you've got to win a game, you've got to win by 2 goals. A game of football becomes a different game of football to what it will be on Sunday against Villa, where we want the 3 points, but you've got to defend, you've got to be careful. We're away from home. This is a game where we've got to attack. Member for 26 months, Daniel Derbyshire, legend. Andy and Bruno, Erik ten Hag has just stated that Lindelof plays better with Martinez, so he's back, so seems Harry could be 4th place. I'm just going to see if I can see the quote on that. Okay, so Why have I selected Donny? He's back from injury, and we also have some problems in the front line, so this is his moment. He has to take this moment, and I know he can do it. From the number 10 position, he can be dangerous, playing between the lines, getting behind, and a good counter press. So I want to see that. Counter press. Very, very, very important words there as well from Erik ten Hag. The counter press. Erik ten Hag is a big fan of that. So, yeah. I can't see anything around Lindelof. I'm just looking for this quote. I don't want to talk about something that's not true, but he has definitely confirmed that he's playing as a number 10. Have we got a quote from Ten Hag about Lindelof? Just having a quick look. I can't see it. I'm just trying to find something here. Ten Hag saying. Let me just have one more look somewhere else. I might be able to find the direct quote. I mean, he doesn't lie, Ten Hag. He said at the weekend that he would have gone for Lindelof over Maguire anyway, but the fact that he's remembered that and stuck by it as well. I mean, I thought he played well in the last 20 minutes, Maguire, but I can't find the quote anywhere. I don't know whether anyone saw it or heard it. 71% of you are saying that United will finish top of the group, which means we will win by 2 goals. Thank you. And whoever said Donny, Ericsson and Bruno never gets in the same team. Wow, says Dale. And will this be the worst World Cup ever with all the injuries, says the AB? Look, I'll be talking about the World Cup a lot in the coming weeks, but tonight we're talking about finishing the top of the group in the Europa League, and who could think it could be so exciting? Didn't say anything about Maguire, apparently, says Jay Walsh. Okay, a lot of people were saying that he did, but maybe he didn't. I played the game, says Hayden, and midfield looks strong. If Ronaldo is on it today, I think it's an easy win. Last 20 minutes. Our style of play changed with Maguire playing. And can we create so? Well, look, I mean, on the centre-back thing, I think that's... Pep changes centre-backs nearly every week, means nothing, says United 95. I do think there's something in that, though. Remember, Lindelof played against Everton away from home, and we played our best away game of the season. Apart from Chelsea. No, I think actually Everton was our best away game of the season. I thought Chelsea was good for 35 minutes, then Potter changed it and it sort of became a bit stale. But I think Everton away was our best game of the season. People forget Varane didn't play, Lindelof did. It was Lindelof and Martinez, and we played really, really good. At home to West Ham at the weekend, we didn't high press. We didn't. Now, was that because we were tired from the Thursday, or was that because we had Maguire in the team? Now, maybe Ten Hag thinks it's because Maguire was in the team, and I want to play like we did against Everton away, so maybe that's why he's doing it. Maybe Maguire can't play 3 games in a week because he's only just come back from injury. Maybe Maguire will start on Sunday. I'm so excited there's a buzz around the Europa League this year, whereas the Champions League is boring, says Treble Champ, and can't wait for a 4-0 win and a Ronaldo hat-trick, says Baba. Look, the Europa League this season is better than it's ever been. It's still a Poundland-wish Champions League, but you've got Barcelona in there, Juventus in there, Sevilla in there, Leverkusen are in there, Ajax are in there, Man United, Arsenal, Roma. There's some good teams in there, and it'll be interesting. He said both Maguire and Lindelof trained well, but Maguire came in for Lindelof because he was ill, and Lindelof played well with Lissandro at Everton, says Joshua Bowwater. Yeah, it feels like Lindelof is the man at the moment, isn't he? In my opinion, Lindelof is a decent defender and could compete with Varane, but he has some aspects he needs to improve on. Look, let's not pretend that Victor Lindelof is the be-all and end-all. Have you considered uploading content to Shopify, says FIFA? I have. Yeah, we've got some stuff coming up, actually. I've played the game, says Zook. I can't stop doing that. But, look, I personally don't think there's much between Lindelof and Maguire. I don't. I think they're very different, but I don't think there's much between them. So I wouldn't have been surprised if Maguire had started. However, Lindelof, for me, suits a higher line better than Maguire. I think Maguire is just slower in the turn and agility-wise. I think Lindelof passes between the lines better than Maguire, who has got a good pass on him, but Maguire tends to hit the ball long a lot. And when he tries to keep it on the ground, I think you can see it coming. You imagine Harry Maguire in your mind passing the ball, and he likes to put a stamp on it, I think, whereas Lindelof moves the ball a bit quicker. Martinez is way quicker than both of them. But there are weaknesses to Lindelof's game. Where Harry Maguire is strong, Lindelof is physically quite weak. Lindelof is not particularly quick as well. So, look, this is what I mean. For me, there's not a massive... look, Varane's on a different level to both of them. But for me, between Lindelof and Maguire, it almost does come down to what football you want to play and who you're playing against. If you're playing against Burnley, you've got to pick Maguire because it's going to be a lot of high balls. If you're playing against Sociedad, who are a Spanish side, breaking news, and they're going to play with the ball on the ground, and you want a high possession, then you're probably going to play Lindelof. Super Dan says, Mark, can you give a shout out to the kitchen staff at Ye Old Black Horse? We're listening to your watch-along while we bang out top-notch food. Super Dan, where are you? I will come for a meal one day. I love pubs. I love food. And yeah, it sounds like the perfect match. And yeah, love it. Sounds great. Hope you're enjoying it. Wherever you're watching, but big shout out to the lads in the kitchen and ladies. I mean, let's be honest, there might well be, but you can get in trouble for that. But we're talking about a pub kitchen and diversity. Mark, Tony Cruz, bitter comments. What's your opinion? Says Sandy. Haven't read them. Lindelof reads the game a lot better than Maguire, says James. Yeah, I think he reads the ball game better. But, you know, they've both got strengths and they've both got weaknesses. Whereas Varane, I think, has all the strengths and he's better. But he's injured. So there's not a lot we can do about that. Can I just remind everybody that I'm not using the stats carousel. I've paused it and it needs to be started. Which is, you know, we're approaching the start of this game. But what I can do while I'm doing that is say that we are only 200 subscribers away from 521,000. So please do subscribe to the channel. Bottom right-hand corner. Luke says Maguire is about as useful as a fire extinguisher full of petrol. There's no need for that, Luke. I don't subscribe to any of that anymore. Subscribe to the United Stand by clicking the button in the bottom right-hand corner. Do not subscribe to Player FC attacking players. One thing that Ten Hag has taught us is this is a squad game. And if someone plays bad, they will be replaced. Maguire got replaced by Varane. Luke Shaw got replaced by Malacia. Malacia then got replaced by Luke Shaw. We need a squad. We need to be together. We need to be behind this manager. I don't really need to dislike or moan about individual players anymore. That's what sunk us in the past. Hi, Mark. Hopefully Van der Beek assists Ronaldo tonight. He needs to have a good game. Could be an important player, says David. And also we've got a super chat coming in from Nick P. He says, if we win by 2 clear goals tonight, we're a better team than I think we are. Winning is one thing. Getting past the Spanish team by a calculated scoreline is no mean feat. He's right. He's right. Mark, this is the toughest Europa League of all time, says Viper18. Yeah. Don't forget, Manscaped. Christmas is coming. The goose is getting fat. That's an old song. But Christmas is coming. Your bits might be getting bushy, and it's time to trim the grass. Trim the grass to make the yard look bigger with the Manscaped 4.0. Get this out there, lads. Get your partner to get it for you. Get it for yourself. Lawnmower 4.0, Manscaped. Very familiar feel. And a light for a more precise shave. Look at that. Waterproof, adjustable lengths. Electromagnetic induction, battery charging, goes in the port like that. Fantastic products by Manscaped, delivered worldwide, 20% off. 20% off when you use the code United Stand. Links in the description, or go by holding your phone up, scan the QR code. Technology, hey? Technology, hey? Yeah, fantastic products. They've also got things like the Weed Whacker, which you use for your nose. Performance package where you get a travel bag and deodorants and all sorts. But this is I've played the game. And for me, there's nothing better than that. I've played the game, and I'll trim your grass to make your yard look bigger, and you'll stand out in the midfield. I've played the game. I stood out in the midfield, and with Manscaped, you can stand out in the midfield too. I've just got you a job, Graham. I've just got you a job. Just riffing. I played the game. I stood out in the midfield. You too could stand out in the midfield with Manscaped. Trim the grass to make the yard look bigger, and you'll stand out in the midfield too. There you go. Brilliant. Manscaped, 20% off. Free worldwide shipping. Get it. I played the game. Anyway, Somebody died yesterday. I'm sorry, that whizzed through. A gamer says his dad died yesterday. Very sad news there. Thoughts and prayers with you and your family, mate. You've got to grieve. You've got to grieve. Mark, I think you should say trim the grass to make the tree look bigger, says Danielle. Bit rude. You know, I'm trying to skirt around the issue of wood. We know wood's down there, but yeah. Any polls today, says Leroy? We can do some polls. You missed out on them, but get involved, and we'll do some polls. Eric Ten Hag would have replaced Pep Klopp, elite if back, says Rohit. Hey, you know what? I did say that, didn't I? I did say that about Ten Hag. I said that we had to get Ten Hag in March because Liverpool would interview him and Man City would interview him. 100%, you're spot on. They definitely would have interviewed him. Definitely would have interviewed him. We're getting close to the start of this game. We've had another super chat from Andrew. He says, what centre-back do you think we could get to replace Maguire in the future? There's a few. I mean, I like Bella Kotchup, as I've said before. I really do like Bella Kotchup. I also like... who else do I like? I do like Timber, and I think it's very obvious. What? I think, yeah, I like Timber. So there are options. There's lots of other options as well. Just getting in trouble for putting my glass on the table. Yeah, there are options out there, as we know. But, I mean, we go with what we've got at the moment, don't we? We go with what we got. What was for dinner, Mark? I had hot dogs and baked beans and wedges with some coleslaw. It was very nice. Vardiel's very good. I think Vardiel's going to Chelsea, mates, in all honesty. Hi, Mark. I love the watch-along whilst I'm waiting to speak to my parents. If we get to the quarters, who would you want as an opponent, says Joe? I don't really care. I want to finish top of the group and have 2 games less. I think it is important. Yeah. I think Ten Hag likes Timber. But look, you might have tuned in a little bit later. Let's get the stats carousel running. So if you've not seen our stats carousel, you'll get both teams going by on my left-hand side. If there's any yellow cards, they'll get it on the shoulder. If anyone scores, you get it on your shoulder. If they're subbed off, they get like a red arrow beneath them. That means they've come on. I'm sure we're going to see Marcus Rashford in the second half. That is the Sociedad side. As you can see, you'll see the Man United side. You'll also have a stats screen as well, which is fantastic. Possession, shots, that updates by the second, so you've got to be in it to win it. Make sure you smash a like and share the video. You're very welcome on the United Stand. We've got a new member as well, Davuda. If you want to be a member of the United Stand Members Club, you get a badge next to your name like Gianos. It changes every month. You're a member as well, all the way up to Platinum. Plus you get extra exclusive content, which we upload each week. We've got a new one coming out for you tomorrow, which I really enjoyed filming today. Sawloff Masterclass, says Muller. And Matthias doesn't like the green kit. I don't like the green kit. I've just remembered I don't like the green kit. We might be all right tonight, but the problem with the green kit is it was hard to see them, but it was August. I'm hoping being a night game under the lights, it will be easier. Hi, Mark. Just came out... okay, throughout my time there, you really keep me going. So thanks for saving me, says H. Thank you very much, mate. I hope you're doing well. Take care and keep talking to people. Very important. Andrew Webber says, you ever thought about coming to the Cayman Islands, says Andrew. Oh, I've thought about it. I've thought about coming to lots of places. But, yeah. No, Cayman Islands sounds lovely. I was on holiday in Utrecht, says Scythe, and was sitting at the table beside Duran Timber and his family. Was a down-to-earth guy and looked smaller than 5'10". Hi, Mark. Maguire's a top 6 squad player and not a starter, says Samuel. You know what? At the end of the day, we've just got to get out there and perform. And we're very excited about the team. Happy to see Donny. Exact lineup I wanted. Let's go, says Paulie. Exact lineup you wanted? I couldn't have guessed this team if it had been, you know, I don't think it's... I would have started Rashford, but I think that's a tactical thing. But, you know, I am very excited about the team. And I'm hoping that we can deliver as the players come out onto the pitch. Let's do it. 3 minutes away from the start of the game. Love you, Mark, says David. Thank you very much. Best watch along on YouTube. Keep up the great work. I love Eric Ten Hag and support all Man United, says Nabil. Not only the best watch along, the original watch along. You know, let's be honest, there wasn't any when we started, and now there's bloody hundreds of them. Some of them even try and copy our graphics that, you know, were that goated. Susbridge strikes again, Jack. I don't know what I've said. I'm excited. I like Garnacho, but is it a bit of a risk to start a young player in a must-win game? Who else, Stephen? Is he? I mean, I think it was inevitable, absolutely inevitable, that either Garnacho or Elanga was going to start. And to be honest with you, I do like Elanga. I just don't. I don't think he's the complete article. And I think I would have gone with Garnacho, to be honest. So I don't think it's a risk. I do agree it's a risk, but I would have gone with that risk. Yeah. So players are out on the pitch here. Exciting times. Time to play the game, says Jordan. Finally, a manager is unpredictable and efficient in his team selection. Very excited to see how this pans out, says MT90. If we pull this off with this team, then fair play to Ten Hag, says Connor. Ooh, rub your hands together. That's got me excited. You've got me excited now. Please share the video. You can click the share button and share it out on your socials. Smash a like as well. And make sure you subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. We're very close to 521,000. I love the work. Much love from Cork Island, says Colin. I want to go to Cork. I mean, I know the Cayman Islands and Cork. It's not really much of a battle. Where would you rather go? But I really want to go to Cork. Sage, welcome to the Members Club. I've got to go to Dublin as well. I haven't been to Dublin for ages. Dublin's my city. I lived there for 3 years. Well, it's not mine, but, you know, I do love it. Let's get ready to rumble. Let's get ready to rumble. I get ready. I get steady. And rumble. Everybody. I'm excited. You know, I don't really do predictions, but I feel like I've got a massive roar inside me that's going to come out. You know when you get that feeling about a game? David, thank you very much for the super chat. But I've got that feeling of it's almost like I know it's going to come out. Like go on, what a goal. Yeah, I've just got that feeling. Yeah. United should look at Noah Okafor, brilliant young Swiss striker, could probably get him for 20, 25 million. I do like him, Andrew Webber. He's on my FIFA career mode, but I do like him. John, thank you very much. We have been linked to him. Is he at Salzburg? Strange Malacia can't get into the team, says Christopher. Where would you put him in? Like, Luke Shaw's playing better than him at the moment, and Luke Shaw's got 2 assists in the last couple of games. So, yeah, you've got to go with Roberto Carlos. And, yeah, I mean, look... Yeah. Hi, Mark. Let's hope for a good game, says Les. I mean, whatever happens with Casemiro, Eriksen, I mean, yeah, UEFA have got it as a front two with Donny playing in the midfield and Bruno playing as the 8. I don't think that's going to happen based on what Ten Hag said. David, welcome to the Members Club. Excited to see Donny and Ronaldo starting together, says Tyler. Remember Donny when he came on second half against Watford about a year ago? And... Ronaldo, he put 2 chances on a plate for Ronaldo and he scored. And we lost 4 something, didn't we? So there could be. Any WWE videos coming soon? Says Jack, I haven't played it since I did the last one. The game's not started yet. No. It's about to start the timer for you. Let's get ready to go. Do you think Eric Ten Hag will change club staff during the World Cup? Don't know, says Rohit. I don't know. Waiting to start this timer. Come on, ref. What are you waiting for, ref? Yeah, Bruno's definitely playing off the right. He's not playing as the 10. Come on, ref. It's 46 minutes past. Go. There we go. There's the timer for you. I love this away kit, says David. We must dominate to show we are Europa League favourites, says Luke Marshall. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, Donny's playing as the 10. Bruno's playing off the right. So it is, as we've got it on the screen, UEFA had it wrong. Let's go. Let's do this. Calm down. We're away from home. What do you think about Swiss national team, says Andrew? Are they in the World Cup? Hi Mark, come to Central Coast, California. Sick. I'd love to. I need to happen to me what happened to Ben Foster. He got invited over by NBC for a long weekend. by Premier League Productions. See, if I get invited, I've got to go. I'll go. You know, bit of work, bit of work, bit of something else. Jason says the camera angle. Yeah, the camera angle's not great. Plenty of numbers forward for Sociedad though. They're not messing about. And Gerard Piqué has retired. Wish him all the best, says Jack. I thought Piqué was still playing. I played the game. Sociedad wanted a back pass here, but no chance. You don't get back passes anymore. But it is Sociedad on the attack here. United struggling to get the ball and get a bit of momentum here. We've only had a minute and a half, but that'll go out for a goal kick. Stuck at work, but at least I have you guys. Thank you for everyone for Come On United, says Xander. Thank you very much. Sociedad have started off quite well. Remember, we are the away team here. I don't know whether you've realised that. We are 90 subscribers away from 521,000. So please subscribe. Click the button in the bottom right-hand corner. Get involved with the United Stands. Live every night at 8 o'clock. The 8 o'clock shows have been brilliant recently as well. Loved them. Friday night, tomorrow night. Last week. I had a few. That's a drink, by the way. It's nothing else. Nothing more sinister. Goal kick. Maguire is not starting. No. Piqué plays his last game Saturday. He's played the games, says Chris. I thought he'd be going to the World Cup. KM says that Sorloth is going to cause us problems. Needs to get a foot on the ball here. Sociedad are moving it well. And we're just a little bit slow at the moment. Can't get a foot on the ball at the moment, can't we? It's like if this was a boxing match, we've not laid a punch on them yet. They've started well. Lots of good passing from Sociedad. And, you know, I think this is why Ten Hag has picked the team he's picked. He wants us to get the ball and have periods of possession. Because at the moment, this first 4 minutes, I mean, look at the stats. When that possession wheel comes round, it's going to be all Sociedad. They're dominating us at the moment. Mark, thoughts on Chelsea top 4? Not now. Typical gamer. I don't want to think about Chelsea in the top 4 at the moment. I just want to think about Manchester United in the Europa League. Gaunter says Sociedad are not parking the bus and it's surprising. That was never going to happen. Only idiots predicted that. Never. That was never happening. Sociedad, Valencia, Sevilla. La Liga teams don't park the bus very often. They'll play the game. We just can't get near them at the moment. They're hitting long balls. They're holding it up, winning it, passing it. Just can't win the ball. Now we do. Oh, and then we don't. Very bitty start from United. And they might get a shot off. Side netting. Bad start here. Snoozy start. Terrible start. We need to wake up. Still in the bloody dressing room. There's De Gea. A bit of possession for United now. Definitely 4-2-3-1 and not 4-3-1-2, says Sean Atwood. And need to start playing Goldbridge ball, says Radical. We need to just do this. Get a bit of the ball. All right, Sociedad. Surprise, surprise. They're going to be good on the ball. Ronaldo, that's a terrible pass. Can't give up cheap possession. We get the fucking ball and pass it and keep it. That's terrible from Ronaldo. It was a simple pass to Donny and he gives it away. What result do Man United need tonight, says Alexander. We need to win by 2 clear goals. Thanks for the super chat, Zach. Now, we've won it back now with Garnacho. Let's be a bit more careful with the ball. Some of the guys from our five-a-side graduated college. Could you congratulate the many men crew? Thank you, says Darren. Congratulations. Why play with the green kit? Stupid, really, says SJ. Yeah, we could have played in red. I think this is why traditionally, though, we've always struggled against Spanish sides, because they're used to week in, week out playing calm, possession-based football. I mean, look at United over the last 6 years. We do not play possession-based football. We've been trying to do it for 3 months. And I think that's exactly why Ten Hag has picked this team, to try and make us, decent in possession. But, I look at Sociedad on the ball, and you know they do this week in, week out for years. They play football. You look at United, and we can do good bits of possession, but you're always worried that we're going to misplace a simple pass. Any news on Sancho, says Andrew? He's ill. %62% possession for Sociedad already. Need to get a foot on the ball here. Bentancur is the best CM in the league, says Luke. He's not better than Casemiro, though, is he? Nice ball out to Shaw. And to Ericsson. Just keep hold of the ball a bit. I'm all for this. Keep hold of the ball. Joshua, welcome to the Members Club. Thank you. Nice ball by Martinez into Shaw. Little dinky ball. Ronaldo. You're not going to get anything for that. He wants it, but you're not going to get it. Nice interception by Ericsson into Garnacho. Puts a half-decent cross in the box, but Ronaldo was too busy on the floor wanting a penalty, which he's never going to get for that. It's a nice ball by Shaw. Ronaldo controls it. No, you're not going to get that. It was outside the box anyway, but you're not going to get that. You're not. I mean, maybe it's a foul, but you're never going to get it. Matt Wotton says, my nan died this week and a win would lift the mood. Rest in peace, your nan. Thoughts with you and your family, mate? Sorloth is a handful, isn't he? He's quite quick for a big lad. And Delo's over at left back at the moment. Nice. Here's Donny. Ronaldo. That's a foul. Ten minutes gone. Oh, I'm not surprised. I've played the game. And I'm not surprised because I think some people thought we were just going to turn up and dominate Sociedad. No, you've got to respect what La Liga's like. And I'm not saying La Liga's the strongest league in the world, but they do like to pass the ball about. And Bruno's playing out of position as well, isn't he? Let's be honest. But sometimes the best form of attack is defense. Sorry, the best form of defense is attack. And I think Sociedad have definitely approached this game with the intention to attack. I watched them play at the weekend against Betis. They dominated the game. This is going to be very tough, says Finn. Thank you very much for that update, Finn. Donny's touched the ball a couple of times, Ken. Would get eliminated early from Europa League. Might be a blessing in disguise, says Hey. United can get top 4, but playing Thursday, Sunday might be a problem. It's a risk. That's a risk to do something like that, but I know what you're on about. It could work. We won't do it. We won't purposely do it. Are you doing live streams during the World Cup, says Andrew Webber? I am. I am doing live streams on That's Football. Do I know if any United players watch the channel? Says Not Sabridge, yes. Base stats. If they score within the first 25 minutes, they win. If they don't, they lose, says Seco. I don't know about that, mate. Dublin says, I don't like this setup at all. I don't think there's a better setup, mate. I don't think with Rashford in the team we play any different, or Maguire. I just think it's you've got to put some respect on to Spanish football in Sociedad, that this was always a likely path for this game. It was always a likely path for the game because they are a footballing side. Of course, we need to score 2 goals, and if you're watching the first 12 minutes, you'd say absolutely no chance. I just feel like we're too far away from each other. Don't understand why we don't use short passes to cut apart the opposition, says YUFC. We're passing backwards a lot. Nice hold-up play by Ronaldo. Mark, I hate the Emmerdale Cup, says Jordan. Yeah, we're struggling a bit at the moment. They're closing the passing lanes and they're making it difficult for us. And they're winning the ball back quite easily. Second ball. Right, nice ball by Casemiro into Garnacho. Bit of space now. Turns the thrusters on. Nice. It's got to be worth a shot. Oh, you should have shot, mate. Should have shot. That's the Ronaldo respect problem there. He's on the edge of the box. He's cut inside. It's there for the shot, and he tries to pass to Ronaldo. And I don't think the pass to Ronaldo is really the right option there. Should have had a shot. Martinez beating Saul off in the air. Now Luke Shaw. Bit of a drive. Keeper's got it. Yeah, if anyone cares, PK's retired. We spoke about it about 10 minutes ago. I mean, look, he played for Man United, very good player, but I couldn't really give a shit at the moment. I'm watching Man United play Sociedad. Timo Werner's out of the World Cup. I had hot dogs for dinner. That's a good cross. Well done by Martinez. And again, bit of fight, bit of passion. Koss says, I love Ronaldo, but he looks terrible. I don't think anyone else looks a lot better at the moment. It's a bit of a flat start by United, to be honest with you. I mean, I don't know what people expect from Ronaldo when it's not like we're attacking much at the moment, is it? We're 10 subscribers away from 521,000. Please subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Being outplayed here, says Avery. Suter says we're not pressing well. It's hard to press. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's hard to press when you're not dominating the ball. They're so good on the ball and they're so much in the ascendancy. I mean, the way Henderson wears his cap to cover his face while shipping goals left and right is top notch, as Sean Atwood. Here we go. Bruno, have a look. Simple pass. Simple pass. Where's Bruno walking to here? He's walked past the halfway line and the ball's with David De Gea. Oh, well, to be fair, David De Gea just knocked the ball to him. Here's Ronaldo. Must be part of the plan. Nice ball into Garnacho. Garnacho! Garnacho! Bounty! The taste of paradise! Get in! What a goal by the youngster. Ronaldo with the assist. And Manchester United have got the goal in the first few minutes. What a goal by Garnacho. And I tell you what, that was straight from the training ground. Bruno dropped out to the side. De Gea, long ball, flick into Ronaldo. In behind to Garnacho. And he's finished it. Get in. Justice for bounty. Celebrations, you know what I'm talking about. But look at this by Ronaldo. Lovely header. Lovely ball by Ronaldo. Garnacho's in. Left foot. Goal! It's there. 1-0 to Manchester United. Get in. Goal Nacho. There we go. Bit of a crap one, but it's 1-0 to Manchester United. Now then, that certainly makes things interesting, doesn't it? It certainly makes things interesting because Manchester United have got a goal. They only need one more. And it's a funny old game, isn't it? Because Manchester United are now in a very comfortable position. 1-0, only need another goal. We've not really had any possession. We've caught them on the break. Lovely ball by Ronaldo. Good flick header from the right by Bruno. Straight off the training ground. Lovely kick by David De Gea. His long ball passing is a lot more accurate these days. And suddenly Sociedad will be a bit like, ooh, what's going on here? They won't say it like that. Lovely ball out by De Gea, wasn't it, though? I wondered where Bruno was going. I was like, De Gea's got the ball and Bruno's running away to the halfway line. But it was clearly straight off the training ground. Brilliant. And now you would hope that we just get hold of the ball a little bit. Terrible first touch by Eriksen there. What's he doing? Remember when I asked if playing Garnacho was a risk? I'm a prat, says Stephen Rossi. Nice ball by Bruno, switching it to Shaw. I'm not saying generational talent, Egbert. We've been down that road before. I won't be saying it again. Juan says, brilliant pass from Ronaldo. He must leave to play in a real football side. Gig Nacho, says Cam. I think goal Nacho is better. Long way to go. And they say the GOAT is finished. Ronaldo, De Gea, class. Give these men a new contract. Gummy says. Long way to go. Still need another goal, but to be honest, from the first 20 minutes, if anyone was going to make it 1-0, it was probably going to be them. It was a classic counter. And it just shows that they do leave space at the back, Sociedad. The way that these Spanish sides play, Sevilla are the same. They do leave a lot of space at the back if you can catch them out. I think it's going to be a corner for Sociedad here. How is Donny playing? So Stephen, he's been quite quiet actually. I don't think he's doing bad, but I wouldn't say he's playing well. It's there's not been that much ball for him to get hold of at the moment. Suvek says Donny's been a bit invisible so far. But we're not really building. The number 10 role in this team is a bit. It's a bit of a graveyard shift at the moment because we're not really building possession, are we? But look, you got to be over moon with the start. Let it go. Let it go. Did you know Murta is being investigated, says Zach. And Barmer's just gifted 20 memberships. He seems to do it when we score. Big shout out to Barmer there. If you've benefited from being a member. I always like nachos, but this one is one I really like, says Arjun. Took it well as well, all on his left foot. What's Garnacho's prominent foot? I always thought he was right-footed. Sociedad, though, just carrying on with lots of possession. Cross comes in. Casemiro, Donny, the low. It's throwing. Opinions on Garnacho, says Big LP. Look, I think we like. I think last week it was against the Cypriot. Against the Moldovan side. He did reasonably well. This is against a reasonably good Spanish side, and he's took his goal well. I mean, he's a developmental player. He's a developmental player. He's a young player, so you've got to be patient with him. But it's about nurturing a young player, isn't it? We've seen it before at this club over many years, and I think we've got the right manager to do it as well. There might be another injury here for Sociedad. One of their players just came sliding in from nowhere, Marino, and I think he might have dislocated his shoulder or something. He's fell over and he's hurt himself. Is Garnacho going to go to the World Cup? Don't know. The away support sounds like they're doing as proud as always, says Chris. He slipped. No, he's all right. If Barmer gives 20 memberships every time United score, I might cancel mine and rely on Barmer. Fair play, dude, says Rory C. Casemiro has been a revelation, says Orn. And best enemy is the one that injures themselves, says Gibb. Well, he's back on the pitch now. United, 25 minutes in, 1-0 up. Sociedad have been better on the ball, but Man United have been more clinical. This is something I said in the preview. I think Sociedad are a bit like West Ham. Not in the style of football they play, but they don't concede many, but they don't score many. Good interception by Delo, Casemiro, and again into Bruno. You can't. This ref's shit. You can't just keep stopping the game. Every time someone gets injured. Mark, do you like to wear fragrances? And if so, what fragrances do you have? Greetings from Germany, says the Big. Garnacho already looking much better than Alanga, says Dan. I think they're going to have to take Marino off. Well, no, he's just had one in the balls. He's hurt his arm and now he's hurt his balls. There's nothing wrong with him. Apart from he's been whacked in the balls. It's not your day, mate. It comes in threes, so you banged your arm, you've hurt your balls. I'd sub myself off, because if it comes in threes, God knows what's coming next. Polar bear might run on. Have we got talent on our hands, Mark? Says Damon. And love the channel, Mark. Keep the good work up, says Jonathan. Thank you very much for the super chat there. I do like to wear fragrances, by the way. Sauvage is what I wear a lot. I have summer fragrances and winter fragrances. Make sure you subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Somebody send him a Manscaped QR code, says Simran. You never know. If he hadn't trimmed the bush, it might have provided some cushion. Here we go. Donny. Nice little ball into Bruno. Nice little spin. Lovely ball out to Garnacho. He's got his fullback on toast. Oh, he's gone too greedy there. He's gone too greedy there. Lovely play, though. Bruno. Lovely play off the right. There's another player down injured now. Stop diving. Am I doing No Nut November, says Swappy? No. I mean, great stuff for charity, but I do my charity stream in a couple of weeks. And, yeah, I don't need to deprive myself of that to raise money for charity. Bam, 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 bam. Nice ball over the top, but good defending again by Martinez and Manchester United. Well up, Lindelof. Well in Casemiro. Oh no, Casemiro's gone down injured. No. Keep up the good work or keep up the good work. Language is funny, says Rory C. I think Casemiro's all right. You do worry it. And this is the whole thing about the World Cup, isn't it? What a stupid time to have a World Cup. Donny looks to be mostly denying the passes through midfield. Casemiro is very accurate, says SK. There's going to be a lot of injury time, isn't there? This referee needs to get a grip. Mark, would you give up your channel for United to go back to the glory days, says Raoul? Probably, yeah. Well, yeah. Well, I'd love to do this channel in the glory days. It's one of the things that I think would be fantastic. But depends what you mean by defining glory days. How many Champions Leagues and how many titles? I'd drive a hard bargain. Yeah, Sociedad are employing. Oh no, we've got Bruno down injured now. Fucking hell. It's like playing a Call of Duty, this is. Every 2 seconds someone's going down. Just caught him on the back. Casemiro's all right. That's the main thing. So we're just about to hit half an hour, but I think in reality, we've probably played about 5 minutes. Could be in Sociedad's interest to sort of slow the game down a bit. I mean, I was just having a... Let's have a look at the stats bar. I'll just get it up on the screen. Take, and as you can see, live stats there. 54% possession. I mean, we've had 2 shots, one on target. The other one was obviously Garnacho's over the bar. Not many shots at all. Only 1 corner. Not many passes. It's quite it's a stop-start game, isn't it? Let's be honest. Quite a stop-start game. Counter-attack goal. Amadou says, my son loves watching your channel. Keep it up. And would you agree that the better Bruno in the Premier League is Gomes and not Fernandes, says Mario? I'd say at the moment Bruno Gomes is the better Bruno. I mean, he's up for Player of the Month, isn't he? Connor says, glory, glory, Man United. We've got to start here, 1-0. Still a long way to go. No, fine. Nice, isn't it? What was your local bar in Dublin, Hairy Lemon? Is the Christmas jumper still on sale? Says no. I think I think it is. You'd have to go to United Stand Shopify. This game has had more breaks than Mark running back from the Barbers, says Joshua Bowater. Good one. So 31 minutes gone. On second look at Casemiro's jump, he's playing the dark art so good he actually does kick him, says SK. And thoughts on the Tyson Fury? I'm not talking about that, Claude. It's boxing and we're watching Man United. To be honest, I don't really have much thoughts on Tyson Fury's interview. So there's an answer. Eric looks like a James Bond villain tonight, says Paul Roscoe. Sociedad in the box, but Martinez strong as ever and wins the goal kick. How's Donny looking, Mark, says Gary. I mean, to be honest with you, how's Ericsson looking? Like, they're not getting on the ball much. It's very... it's been a very stop-start game. I feel that Sociedad have had more of the ball and moved it better, but no one's creating any chances, and we're certainly not seeing Ericsson or Donny really get hold of the ball at the moment. It's been workmanlike. Defender with finesse. Martinez midfield needs a hero. Casemiro, says Christopher. And do United have a chance to win the Europa given the teams from the Champions League that drop down, says Danny? Well, I think United have always got a chance. Nice ball into Bruno. Take your time and whip the cross. He did. Didn't take the time. Didn't take the time. Too eager to whip the cross in. He had time there. Didn't concentrate on the cross. It wasn't a good cross, Cohen. Sociedad back on the ball again, moving it around. Well across Lindelof again. Steady Eddie Lindelof. Again. He's played the game. Ball into the box. One in the air by Lindelof. Cleared away by Garnacho. Now Ronaldo, bit of a break down the left-hand side. He's not really going to have a lot of pace up there with him. Needs a pass. Nice ball into Garnacho. Shaw's going to overlap. Nicely into Shaw. Cross. Should have been a penalty in the box. Bruno, lay it off. Good break from United, just didn't quite fall for us, did it? 35 minutes. It's been a very quick half, this. Of course, if it stays like this, we still stay second. And there's going to be a foul against Donny. Bruno panics a bit, says Manchester. I don't think Bruno panics. I just think he's a 100 miles an hour player. And this is why people say about Bruno, can he play a controlled way like an Odegaard can. And I don't know, because some players play at 100 miles an hour, and we don't go to extra time, Matt. It's a group stage. There's no extra time in a group stage. But yeah, I think Bruno plays 100 miles an hour, and I think sometimes that's detrimental. Sometimes it's good. Romadou said he'd rather have a steady Eddie Lindelof than Maguire. I just, look, I don't want to jinx anything. I have a terrible, terrible gift of saying something and then the opposite happens. But what I would say about Lindelof before this game is that whether it's coming on against Chelsea or playing against Everton, he's been very steady. And look at that, De Gea there, little calm little flick out to Delo. Giving the free kick to Sociedad. Having a laugh. Eriksen's not playing well, says Savage. Nice little flick by De Gea, wasn't it? Confidence. Yazza says, does anyone realise this is Donny's first game? Yeah, you know, he's not going to be match sharp, is he, for a while? To be honest with you, I don't care if it's Bruno or Donny or Fred at number 10. We're not playing high possession football. We're not playing in their half football. So what is the number 10 supposed to do other than run around and try and intercept and close passing lanes? We're not playing in a way that's going through the number 10. Another free kick. Fucking hell, this ref's really, really slowing this game down. And it plays into Sociedad's hands. Stop, start, stop, start, stop, start. I can't believe it's 7 minutes to half time already. You know what? Games go quick when you need to win by 2 goals, don't they? God, there's a Christmas emoji of Goldbridge there. I don't know what that's all about. Members obviously found the emojis. I haven't done them for ages, you know. I'm going to do one. What have we got? Oh, there he is. Oh God, we've got Ollie's at the wheel. Remember that one? They're whizzing through now. Pink boots. United just passing it around the back here. 5 minutes to go to half time. Nice ball out wide to Luke Shaw. Here we go. Bit of possession. Bit of possession. That needs to go to... Yeah, come on, move it, move it. Lovely ball out to Delo. Sociedad keeping their shape. Lindelof. Love from India Mark. Love your work. Keep me hopeful about United, says Abrani. I don't think tonight was ever going to be pretty. It's about getting a job done, isn't it? I would like to have seen us come here and do what we did to Chelsea, but it's very rare you go and do that to a team in La Liga in Spain as Man United. I'm not saying that Man City wouldn't do it. Of course they would. Maybe Liverpool would do it, but not Man United. We don't very often. I don't think we're at that point yet where we're going to go abroad to Spain and start passing them off the park. Sorry, I think we lost the stream for a minute there. It was a key moment and we lost the stream. I'm back. Don't worry. Just refresh. There's a ball over the top and somehow Ronaldo ended up onside running through and he knocked it over. Gutted. They've not even shown the replay. He was onside, wasn't he? I don't know what went wrong there. Big chance. This ref needs to get a grip. Come on, move it. Nice ball by Bruno into Casemiro. He's got no support. Has to take throw in. Hi, Mark. Can you say, Pelham, you should have used your feet? My mate had a howler at the weekend. Picture Phil Jones header on the floor, says Chris Kelly. I love amateur football. I want to see this Ronaldo chance again. Maybe we'll see it at half-time. Here it is. Oh, what? He should have just blasted it. I can't believe he's tried to lob the goalie there. It's bouncing. Just let it drop a little bit lower and then bang, put your bloody laces through it into the bottom corner. Should have scored that. He should have scored that. It was a long ball over the top. Defender messes about. Basically allows Ronaldo one-on-one and it's bouncing. And he tries to lob the keeper, which is the harder thing to do. De Gea with a big save. And another double save. Oh my God, what a double save by David De Gea. This keeper is made of gold. Gold, gold, gold. What a double save this is. It's the second save. Oh, I think it hits his head. That's a good save. Full strength, big hand. It's his head. It hits his head. He's headed it over the bar. He's that good. He doesn't even use his hands. He just goes from off the ground. Oosh. Fantastic save by De Gea. Corner. United living dangerously here. Of course, if they equalise, we need to score 2 again. 43 minutes. Massive save by De Gea. Somebody said he was offside, but... Oh, what's the ref doing now? What's the referee looking at? Play on. Don't be giving fucking any more stupid bloody knobheads dodgy handballs. What a double save by De Gea though. We're going to hit half time in a minute. What's Ericsson doing? He's sleeping. Time to wake up, says Cold Blood. He's not had a very good off, Ericsson. I wonder whether you'd put on Fred. He's going to add only. Oh God! I tell you what, I thought it was going to be half time. Remember, he's only added 3 minutes on. He wants a cup of tea. Cup of tea and biscuits. Can't you see I've missed it? All those times I could. I'm not subjecting you to that. I mean, look at that possession stats. 52%. We'll go through that at half time, but that's not too bad. Has Donny touched the ball? Says Min. I mean, Donny's been average. Ericsson's been below average. Casemiro's been good. We spent a lot of time defending in this game. I actually think the game plan hasn't worked. I think we set up to be a little bit better on the ball when actually we could have used Rashford. I'm sorry, I like Ericsson, but he must be held more accountable for constantly giving it away in dangerous positions. He's done it too many times, says Yusuf. Maguire in. Why would you bring Maguire in? Well done, Martinez. Well done, Bruno. Keeper, keeper, keeper. Stretch. Please subscribe to the channel, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner, get involved with the United Stand. Live every night at 8 o'clock, every morning at 10 o'clock. We've got the watch-alongs for all the games and match reaction straight after the game with me, where we do player ratings voted for by you on the website. Mark every player out of 10, 6 being the average. It aggregates all your scores to give the most accurate player rating system voted for by fans. United Stand fan, thank you very much for subscribing. Nice ball out wide to Garnacho. We're on the break again. It's a 3v2. He's looking for a pass. He tries to go for a pass. He gives it to Bruno. Ronaldo. Bruno, go wide. Go wide. Go wide! Casemiro. Into Bruno. Still Bruno. Wide to Shaw. To Donny. The cross wasn't that bad. There's just no one there. Noel Gallagher taking notes of this banger, says Juan. And hi Mark, love from on Eritrea. Just wondering when your next multi-hour contemplation of whether De Jong will potentially move to United is coming out. Oh, I bet you think you're really funny saying that, don't you? I bet you think you're hilarious. Our passing's not been very good, Glenn. We're about to hit half-time here. I'm wondering if we need to make some changes at half-time. I am pondering that, thinking, do we need to make changes at half-time? Woody's not getting the Donny hype. That's because you don't understand football, Woody. We are not getting high up the pitch with possession. And that is half-time. Manchester United winning 1-0 at half-time, but we need another goal. And David De Gea made 2 fantastic saves. There may well have been an offside there, but Manchester United are in a position of... Seb, can you turn that down, please? Thank you. It's very loud. I'm not competing with you because you'll win. Yeah. So, Manchester United, let me stop that clock. Manchester United at half-time are... what's going on there? There we go. We'll just stop that there. Timer. Manchester United 1-0 up at half-time. Good goal on the break. The first thing I really want to look at is, and I want to say, should we make changes at half-time? But the first thing I want to look at is this. I want to just have a quick look at the stats screen. And as you can see, Manchester United, I mean, the possession stats are quite surprising because I feel like Sociedad have been much better on the ball, but 52% to 48%. We've had 3 shots. They've had 3 shots on target. We've had 1, which we've scored from. But the passing accuracy, I mean, it looks more equal than it is. I think we've passed the ball around a lot around the back, whereas they've played in the action areas. I think they've played more on the attack. It's not bad. 12 touches on the ball from Donny van der Beek, says Mintberry. It's not been bad from Manchester United. I feel that the midfield isn't really operating that well. What are your thoughts on Eriksen this half? He's been very shaky, says Christian. Look, I'm not going to disagree with the chat. I think we haven't got Donny on the ball enough. And I don't think Eriksen's played particularly well. I do wonder if we would be better off with Fred in a game like this, because we're defending more, really. So you want to be more proactive. You can see the value of Marcus Rashford coming on in the last half an hour. I don't think Sociedad are going to change the way they play. Maybe we go 2 up front, take Donny off and play Rashford off Ronaldo. That might be a way to go. Defensively, I think we've been good. We've not really given up much up. Garnacho's so exciting, says Alfie. I've lost the count the amount of times Eriksen has lost the ball, says Jason. And Donny growing into the game. Eriksen looking slow in possession, says Caleb. And Eriksen seems to be the problem in the chat so far. Proud of our defence, says Abrani. Defence has done well. Delo, Shaw, Lindelof, De Gea and Martinez, they've done well again. I think Casemiro's played well again. No problems with that. I just think that the progression from the defence to the attack has been a bit poor at times. The goal was a counter-attack. There's not been many opportunities for the fullbacks to get forward and overlap. I think Bruno's done reasonably well off the right. Garnacho, when we've got the ball to him on the left, has done well. I think we're going to have to go a little bit more on the front foot second half. I can see... I'd probably keep it how it is for 10-15 minutes, and I'd be looking at Fred and Rashford for probably Bruno and Eriksen at some point. Maybe even Alanga as well, for maybe Garnacho or Bruno, just to give us a little bit more down the wing. But yeah, I think that Sociedad have been exactly what I thought they were going to be. They're good on the ball. They're defensively reasonable, and I don't think they've really created anything. I'm not massively worried. I think our defence has done well. I'm more thinking about how we get the second goal. And to get the second goal, got to create more chances. I mean, Ronaldo should have scored. I mean, everyone's talking about Eriksen and whether Donny should come off and, everybody else. But let's not forget, although it was a mistake by them, that ball over the top, Ronaldo, he's one-on-one. All right, he's got a defender about him. The ball's dropping. He tries to lob the keeper. He's got time to let it drop a little bit for and just put his foot through it. And I think he backs himself to put it over the goalkeeper. Why wouldn't he? He's Cristiano Ronaldo. But I'm telling you now, if I'm choosing Ronaldo to lob it over the goalkeeper or put his laces through it, I wish he'd let it drop a little bit more because I think that would have been 2-0. Mark, Donny's been poor. Do you think it's time to take him off for Iqbal? Well, that's never going to happen, Hooligan Gaming. And hi, Mark, who would you be in your all-time Premier League five-a-side team? Can't do that at half-time in a massive game, PT5. Remind me on That's Football over the weekend. I'll do it. Ronaldo was offside anyway. Okay, he was offside. But can you be offside? Did this not happen with Man City a couple of years ago? Can you be offside when the defender knocks it to him? I don't know. He missed anyway. What does the charity live stream consist of? Is it various sports watch-alongs or do you do silly things for donations, says Rory? You'll have to wait and see. And get Eriksen or Donny off and bring on Rashi, says Harry. I'm sure we will do that at some point. And yeah, it's a nervy one, isn't it? Because I think the game has been much the same as Old Trafford. It's been quite an equal game with them probably playing a little bit better because they are the home side. Obviously, we've got the goal, but there's no way you can predict that we're going to go and get the second goal because it could easily play out 0-0 in the second half and then we finish second in the group. It's been a real grind for both sides, and that is why many of us predicted that it would be very difficult for United to win by 2 goals here, because before a ball's been kicked, you imagine it in your head and you're like, oh yeah, if we attack loads, we'll get a couple of goals, but you totally disrespect who you're playing. Sociedad at home, good possession-based team, don't concede many, all right, they don't score many, but you can feel at half-time how difficult it is to go and beat them by 2 clear goals. Which is why that goal from Garnacho was such a good goal. I wondered what was happening when Bruno started running forward while De Gea's got the ball. I was like, and then De Gea hits it long, Bruno nods it down, Ronaldo, lovely weighted ball, and Garnacho does the rest. That was perfectly timed for us. Now in the second half, we just got to go and do it again. I think we can do it. The biggest problem is can we score again? I think we can keep the clean sheet. I'm confident the defence can keep the clean sheet. It's can we get that second goal? And we need to create a little bit more. And I think to create a bit more, I want to respect Sociedad and say, look, it's going to be very difficult for us to get high up the pitch and have a good possession and, be patient. I don't think we're going to do that. I think we're going to have to rely on the counter. But we can counter better. Our passing has not been as good as it should be. People have talked about Eriksen. I'd like to see us get on the ball a little bit more and pass it better. Put Bruno, Cam, Donny, centre midfield, take Eriksen off and bring on an attacking winner, says Zalo. Welcome to the Members Club, Lemmy and Jack. Thank you very much for joining. And Chaos says, Donny's a passenger. Doesn't migrate to the ball as number 10. Keeps making unnecessary runs. Hope he turns it around, says Chaos. Well, look, I said it before the game. I was very surprised that Donny started the game. And very excited about him starting the game, but I did say as well, there's no guarantee he'll actually play well. Hi Mark, love from USA. Just me or did the referee take the piss in the first half? He was very stop-start, Pierce. And Jagan says, difference between Van der Beek and Bruno at 10 is night and day. Offers nothing on the ball. Sub Donny for Rashford, bring Bruno back to 10. Jagan, I think you'll get a lot of people coming at you in the chat there because I don't think Bruno has set the world on fire at number 10 either. I think it's an area where we would like to get a lot more control is what we need from that number 10 position. But Donny, boring and simple. Bruno wasted on the wing, says Michael Gibbs. The Bruno fan club's out. But I thought we started the game terribly, by the way. I thought we started really slow. It was like we were asleep. I don't know what it was all about. And I'd love to know what Ten Hag's plan was, because I actually think he wanted more control of the ball, and we've ended up being more counter-attack, and we haven't really got the pace for the counter-attack, have we? Just looking at this De Gea double save, does his job. I mean, people will say he's lucky it's hit his head. any goalkeeper will tell you any part of your body can save a goal, and his head did. Delo's playing well. I think Bruno's done quite well on the right-hand side in a different way. I actually thought Bruno off the right-hand side would work well if we were playing higher up the pitch, whipping crosses in. But we've not done that. It's been more counter-attack. And at some point, we're going to need a little bit more pace. If we're going to counter-attack, you've got to get Rashford on the pitch. Would like to see us sign Enzo Fernandez as a CDM, says Adam. And Enrique will be banging his head on the wall right about now. De Gea is still a brick wall and his contribution has improved massively. New contracts, says Angsa. I just don't think that Enrique has... I think there's an issue between Enrique and David De Gea, if I'm completely honest. Big up Lindelof, playing well, says Darren. Steady Lindelof. Please subscribe to the channel, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner. You're all very, very welcome. Get involved with the United Stand. Remember, second half, you can do your player rating. I think Donny plays better as 8. He should swap with Eriksen, says FIFA Crazy. And Rashford to score ahead of second half, says Ty. Guys, have patience with Donny, says Ice Bow. And I think Donny plays better as an 8, okay. We're not in the second half yet. It's at half time. I don't think he'll make any changes at half time. But just going back to that, my feeling in second half would be... there's two changes that really there's two changes that really jump out at me. You could bring Fred on for Eriksen or Donny, and you can bring Rashford on. No, you could bring Fred on for Eriksen and Rashford on for Donny and play Rashford off Ronaldo, which is what we did, was it last week against Sheriff, and it worked quite well. Garnacho passes out George Best as United's youngest scorer in Europe. Let's hope he does and goes on to be the best, says Rory C. Thank you very much. Ronaldo dropping too deep. He needs to stay up there, says Fire King. I don't really have a problem with Ronaldo dropping deep today because we're playing on the counter. Should we get another cam? And if so, who, says Simon Beast. And my wife just ordered my Christmas jumper from you. She's a keeper. 20 times, says Deacon. People are saying Casemiro has been bad, says Rajesh. I think Casemiro has been good. Without Varane, we're not the same team, says Phil Johnson. And people really wanted Donny to fail, says Michael. Yeah, we've got some weird people in our fan base. Can I just say a big shout out to Manscaped? They are sponsoring the show. Just a bit of shout out for them at half time as I whack it up on the screen for there. You can scan the QR code with your phone and go straight there. Please use the code Goldbridge. You get 20% off and free worldwide shipping. What is Manscaped? Well, it's this little beauty. Turned it on as I did it. Lawnmower 4.0. Trim the grass to make the yard look bigger. It's got a light for a more precise shave. You don't shave your face, by the way. Imagine... Some people would say, I don't need to imagine because you are a knobhead. But basically, it's down there. If Graham Souness was doing it, it would be, I've played the game. I used to stand out in the midfield. If you want to stand out in the midfield, down there, use Manscaped. Trim the grass to make the yard look bigger. I've played the game. 20% off, electromagnetic induction, battery recharger. You just pop it into its thing. There you go. Adjustable lengths, and it's waterproof as well for a more... for a shower shave if you want to do it. I wouldn't do it in the shower because if you get wet round there and you're hairy, it's going to get all, you know... I would shave when it's dry and then use the shower to rinse it off. There you go. Delivered to your door, fantastic products. They also do the Weed Whacker, the Performance Package, loads of stuff. Christmas is coming, fantastic gifts. Trim the grass to make the yard look bigger. There you go. Thank you very much. I've played the game. Right, let's get the stats carousel running round again so you can see the teams. You'll see if anyone gets subbed on or off, or by the way, there'll be a red arrow for the player they've replaced and the new player on. We've not had any yellow cards, so no one's got any yellow cards on their shoulders at the moment. And as you can see, the stats will be going round in a minute. A couple of super chats coming in. I tried Manscaped because of you. Kida, I think it's fantastic. Garnacho, we've just read that. And what do you think your... okay, and... Change the formation. Donny... Yeah, there's some weird... I look, I love the community we have. I love the conversations we have. I don't love the player FC shit. I don't love the Bruno FC. I don't love the hate on Donny or Ronaldo. I don't love Maguire FC. I don't love people who don't like Maguire. I'm not in for it. I can't be arsed with it. I think it's why. I think it's back again. It's a bit temperamental tonight. I think it might be a bit windy. Just give it a few seconds. That's what I say. Refresh. There we go. It's back again. But yeah, I don't agree with all this player FC thing. I mean, we've finally got a football club that's positive. We've got a manager that we want, and yet still we've got player FC in the fan base. And I know it's going to take time to get rid of it, but it's still going on. Still going on, and I don't get it. I don't get how you can support a football club and then within it hate different players, because surely when you're watching it, I know people who support Man United who don't like Ronaldo. And I know when they're watching, they want him to miss. And I'm like, I can't get my head on that. I don't understand that. So they're hoping that maybe Bruno or Rashford score because they like them, but they want Ronaldo to miss. And I'm like, but in a tight game, the chance might fall to Ronaldo and you want him to miss. So we don't win the game. And then you can go, he's a load of shit. It's almost like you enjoy slagging the player off than United winning. I can't get on board with that. Thomas says Ronaldo anonymous besides assist as always. Thomas, I don't get it. Would going out of Europe be a good thing and boost our chances of top four with less games needed, says Brendan. Garnacho is Ronaldo, just what Ronaldo was in 05-06. Summerjet, he's definitely not. And people moan when Bruno just flicks and Hollywood passes, but they also moan when Donny keeps the possession better and plays it safe. Weird, says Rahul. We need to go all out for João Felix for that number 10 position, says Eniola. And hi, Mark, do you know if the 16-year-old Brazilian wonderkid Endrick is linked to United? He has been linked to United, but I'm not sure whether we're going to get him or not. Right, I'm just waiting for the second half to start. Referee blows his whistle. Away we go. There we go. Remember, we start from 45 now, so we have got the proper second half clock. No changes at half time. Thanks everyone who's tuning in, by the way. Make sure you smash a like and subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner, United. No subs, Johnny, no. So it's now all or nothing, isn't it? 45 minutes. There's no extra time. If we win 1-0, we stay second. If we win by 2 clear goals, we go top. If we draw, we stay second as well. So 45 minutes. Let's see what we can do in the second half. Throwing to Manchester United. Wan-Bissaka is on the bench, Rec. He says give Wan-Bissaka a chance. He is on the bench. That's the first. I don't think... Has he been on the bench this season? He must have been on the bench at the start of the season. I know he was named on the bench in a Europa League tie, but... don't forget to order Christmas jumper, guys. I already ordered mine on Tuesday, says Danny. Thank you very much, Danny. He's been a member for 3 months. Sync the time. It's already synced with my clock. Thank you very much. Otis, thanks very much for the sticker there. Thank you very much. Alan says there was a good bit of chasing there by Ericsson. Players must have had a bollocking at half time. You know, De Gea I know it's simple passes, but the confidence of De Gea passing out from the back is so much better than it's ever been. Although Delo's giving the ball away here. And Sociedad starting the second half as they started the first, on the ball. Cross comes in. And Martinez, I mean, that's a 5'10" striker against, 5'10" centre-back against a 6'4" striker. And I think Martinez wins the header. Unbelievable. Sit down, Jamie Carragher. Van der Beek wasting another opportunity to shine. Corner though. I've tweeted it and I've tagged Carragher in. That does need calling out. Look at this cross that came in from Sociedad was delightful for a 6'4" striker, and Martinez goes up and wins it. And this is this nonsense about he's too small. He's too small. Goldbridge, thanks for all you do. You give me info on the team. That's straightforward, unlike all the journalism in the USA. And that's from Shonan. Thank you very much. You know what? I mean, look, there's so many people who support Manchester United around the world. But the American game is coming on in leaps and bounds, isn't it? There's I know quite a few Americans that I talk to quite regularly, and football's booming. We're on the ropes, says Alan. I don't think we're on the ropes. I don't feel we're on the ropes. I think the defence is playing well. They are getting to the edge of our box more, but I think we're coping. Alec Miller, welcome to the Members Club. Gello, you've been blocked. You were doing it all first half. You're boring the tits off me. Sabrina says maybe Eriksen's tired. We could sub him off. Here's Donny. That's a foul. Oh, for fuck's sake. How can that not be a foul? We need to make subs, says Amador. Time to bring Fred on for Eriksen. That header from Martinez was fantastic. Oh, Casemiro's gone down. Oh, he's not happy. Just bought the Manscaped 4.0 package with the United Stand offer plus site sales. I saved over £100. Get it now and save big, says Josh with one nut. Right on the ankle of Casemiro there. I think he'll be all right. I think those sort of injuries tend to be... Impact injuries don't tend to be that bad. They're just painful. What's my opinion about Rashford, says Olympia? I think I've always been a big fan of Rashford. I don't know why my name gets mentioned with being a Rashford hater, because if you watch the channel, I've always liked Rashford for years. I admit he's not been very good for the last 2 years, but you know, that's just honestly calling it out. Nice ball out to Bruno. But this season, he's like the Rashford we know and want to do well. Whip it, Bruno. Why did he refuse the cross on his right foot then? Fucking hell, Bruno. Fucking, we've lost the ball now. Why didn't he just whip the cross in? Fucking Ronaldo's in the box. You're on the fucking right wing, mate. Whip the cross in. It's there. Boom. And he takes a fucking touch. Now he's got it. Whip it. Can't. That's why he doesn't take. That's why he won't cross it. Shit, cross again. Where do you think Newcastle will finish this season, says Shady? Top 7. Vlahovic or Nkunku, says Gary. I think Vlahovic would suit us better. And Mark, would you make any changes, says Dan. Well, we're going to bring Rashford on at some point. Here's Donny into the box. And he's won a corner, has he? No. I think Donny would have been offside anyway. Potter, you're gone. It's not a free-for-all. Well, a little bit better for Manchester United. We need a bit of flair. Sancho or Anthony, says Barry. Well, they're both back in Manchester. Might be watching the watch-along. I think this sort of game would suit Jadon Sancho. It's a shame he's ill, but it's also a shame he's not had a great start to the season, because I think these sort of games against this type of opposition where it's a little bit more technical, yeah, that's what, you know, a little bit slower but more technical. I think it suits Sancho. De Gea's ball. Carl, thank you very much for subscribing. Appreciate that. As an American trying to get into football, it's hard to know what all the leagues and cups and tournaments I need to be paying attention to. Says, probably wouldn't pay attention to Thursday night Europa League football unless you're a United fan or an Arsenal fan. If you want a bit of advice, I'd skip Thursdays unless your team's playing. Nice ball into Donny. Here we go. Nice ball into Ronaldo. Out on the right hand side. Come on, keep the ball. There we go. Shaw. Ronaldo. Into Shaw. Little dink. Oh, Bruno nearly cleared away. What do you think about signing this summer? I don't know who that is, Jack, but if we get top 4, do you think Ronaldo will stay, says Gav? I don't know. I mean, everyone assumes that it's Ronaldo's decision. I mean, Ten Hag might feel that it's time to move on. Daniel says, when's Martial back? There's a chance Martial could be back on Sunday. I mean, I'm not 100% sure he will be, but there's always a chance. They better get the contract out for David, says Ty. He's playing fantastic at the moment, isn't he? A subscriber says we need to keep hold of the ball better. Talking about subscribers, we're only 300 away from 522, so please subscribe. Bottom right hand corner. Sociedad on the attack again, but we've I think we've been pretty good at keeping them at arm's length so far. Good evening, Mark and the United Stand Army, says Graham. Lindelof and Martinez, I think, have played well. Bruno gives up a foul. Mantra says, do you think David De Gea is the best Man United keeper ever? I put De Gea ahead of Van der Sar, which I think is controversial, but I wouldn't put anybody ahead of Schmeichel. I think football's changed, but of his time, Schmeichel was the best. We need more driving with Goldbridge, says Andy. It will be back. Cooking with Goldbridge will be back as well. It's just been a weird, challenging last 6 months, where I haven't had a lot of time for that sort of thing. Lindelof, well won. Second ball again. Luke Shaw, they're in the box. Back post. Well out, Casemiro and Ericsson just boots it clear. That should be a foul against Ronaldo there. Fucking ref. Heard David will drop his wage for a new contract, says Eski. Well, he may as well, because he's not going to get 350 grand a week anywhere else, is he? So it might be in his interest to do it. Is it just me, or has Lindelof's passing actually been surprisingly quite reasonable so far, says Mads? I think Lindelof's been very steady again. Does United hire... Yeah, I'm not reading that, Shady. Oh, I'm going to have a stretch. Rashford and McTominay are coming on, says Civic. Yeah, Donny's off. Yeah, Rashford's coming on for Donny, which makes sense. Lindelof. What's that all about? What's that all about? Lindelof for McTominay? Is he injured? I don't get it. I get the Rashford one for Donny, but I don't get the Lindelof one, because you could just bring Maguire on. Casemiro, centre-back, McTominay midfield, looks all out attack, says Mario. Maybe this was the plan. Maybe this, you know what, to be fair, this was probably the plan. Here's Rashford. Wins the corner. Maybe this is part of the plan. Because Ten Hag did say he had a plan, didn't he? And it's right on the hour mark. I mean, Ten Hag, you can set by a clock. Lindelof's been bullied all night, says United 95. Mate, you need to go to Specsavers. You know where it says Real Sociedad 0, and they've not had a decent chance in the box? What are you talking about, being bullied? You are talking arse, mate. Corner to Man United. Cross comes in. Headed out. Keep the Maguire away from the team, says Jermaine. I think it's a tactical plan, this. Arctic Monkey doesn't get it. I think it must have been part of the plan. Can you do the Sean Dyche voice as Aymar, and McTominay in for height in the box as Pratik? But we're not attacking in the box, are we? I don't. I mean, I'm doing a video for the members tomorrow talking about Casemiro and McTominay, and I think we're playing a back three now. We're playing a back three of Luke Shaw, Martinez, and Delo. It's a 3-3. Yeah, we've changed the formation. I don't know what's happened here. Something's gone off. Luke Shaw's not very happy. That's 4 different centre-backs Martinez has played with, says Mario. I didn't see what happens here. Ooh. That should have been a red. He's got his studs up. That's a fucking red. He left his studs up like that. If VAR looks at it, he left his studs up to catch Martinez. That should have been a red. That's a fucking red, that is. How VAR is not giving a red, I don't know. Cross comes in. He booked fucking Martinez. I just don't get it. How can you book Martinez when Martinez was dribbling the ball out? Fucking ridiculous. Hi Mark, who would you prefer we buy or use as Anthony backup? Martinez is coming out from defence with the ball. Heavy touch, 50-50. The Sociedad player turns his back and puts his studs up, and Martinez gets booked. Crazy. Crazy. Misses the next game as well. And now he's booked the twat who should have had a fucking red in the first place. Mendes. You Poundland Bruno. What a joke. Anyway, 25 minutes to go here. We're acting like we need to score. Actually, I'm just thinking here. We're acting like we are winning, but we need another goal. I wouldn't say we're bang on favourites to do it at the moment. Don't forget to check out Manscaped. Trim the grass to make the yard look bigger. Improve your midfield. If you know, you know. 20% off and free worldwide shipping. I don't think this tactical change is working, is it? I don't think it's made any difference. We're basically playing a 3. I don't know what we're playing really. It's like a 3-4-1-1, isn't it? That doesn't add up. Ericsson still having a hour. Very, very surprising, says Alec Miller. Yeah, I don't feel like it's worked. I thought it was better how it was. It's for a moment though, says John, not an overall play. Yeah, I agree with that. I think we're trying to just catch them with the front two, aren't we? Manon says, I can't believe Martinez get booked. Ref's been crap all night. In both games against Sociedad, we've had crap refs. I'd take Ericsson off for Fred. Yeah, I'd take Ericsson off for Fred. In this form, I don't know how Ericsson's going to play on Sunday. It's part of the club's plan to get Maguire back in the team. Now they can say Lindelof has had a knock against Villa and bring back Maguire, says Sarvish. Why is Bruno still on the wing? I'm confused, says Christopher. Ericsson gives the ball away again. He's probably had his worst game in the United shirt. Well, no, that was Brentford, wasn't it? Played him as a CDM, didn't we? Any advice on doing live streams for matches, says Shady? Good luck. There's so many people doing them now. Nice ball by Casemiro. McTominay gives it away. I don't know why we bring him on. I know he's a banter guy who picks up hats off players and kicks them in training, but just can't keep control of the ball. I think we've defended well. We just can't keep control of the ball. Gaming Ultra says at least we're winning, but we need 2 goals, mates. Oh, hold on. Sociedad. 3rd yellow for Martinez. It's Maguire and Lindelof in the next game, says Glazer's ult. No, but we won't play until February. Varane will be back by then, hopefully. You can guarantee we will get Barcelona or Ajax if we don't finish top of this group. I think the draw's on Monday, isn't it? Car Wash says you guys are terrible. Do you think the Napoli winger Kvaratskhelia is a player we should be looking at? Says Michel. He's a good player. Right, there's a player down injured here. I'm going to be back in a minute. I'm just going to do something with my internet. Sorry, I was just getting on my nerves the way it kept dropping, so I just wanted to change to my other one. It'll be more stable now. To be honest, if we manage to do this, thoughts on Marino, Mark says, Juan, he's a good player. If we manage to do this, we're going to do it in a way that probably wasn't what we all envisaged. If we win this 2-0, it's not been because we've had loads of chances. Was the Lindelof sub-tactical, says Andrew? I think it was pre-planned. I do think it was pre-planned. I think that Rashford and whatever this formation is, we were going to do it in the last half an hour no matter what. If we finish second, we get Ajax, says the honest tiger. This ref is shit. He's absolutely terrible. He's just booked Ronaldo now. I mean, this ref needs striking off. He's a disgrace. He's an absolute disgrace. I mean, how can you book Ronaldo for this? He just jumps. There's no elbow. His hands, that's just bloody ridiculous. Absolute joke of a ref. He's just fucking. This is one of the things it reminds me when Nani got sent off in that quarter-final against Real Madrid in Sir Alex Ferguson's last season by that Turkish referee. You just never know. We have got bad referees in England, but you can catch a right prat in Europe. Time wasting as well. You get a lot of teams who do this in Spain. Mark, is it just me or do you hate those fans who hate a player because of their look? My friend just said he likes Shaw because he likes his hair, says Barry. Well, I don't hate anybody, but yeah. It's getting a bit temperamental out there. Duncan says that Ronaldo's hold-up play has been a bit atrocious. We've had 72 minutes, actually, so player ratings will be out. You can do them. I'll drop the link in the video description. They look more likely to score than us at the moment. McTominay, what the fuck is McTominay doing there? I mean, he's just been like like Bambi on ice since he came on. He's just really not got up to speed at all. You wonder what's gone wrong with some of these players. Did we get kept up overnight? Fireworks or something? So lethargic, some of the performances from United players tonight. It'd be nice to get Barca and not De Jong out, says Bradley. I don't want to play those extra 2 games. I just don't think we've got the squad for it. I think it's going to really mess us up having to play all these games. I know people get excited about, oh, let's play Ajax, let's play Barcelona. Let's play them in the quarterfinals or the semi-finals. Let's not play them tonight, to be honest. Player ratings link is in the video description now, by the way. It's underneath the Manscaped one. But you can mark every player out of 10, 6 being the average. Can United get the second goal here? Another flick. Doesn't work. I'd say if Ten Hag, and look, I think we're all behind Ten Hag, and he does rotate his team, but I'd say Eriksen is just a player he just doesn't want to take off. Ricky predicted we'd win 1-0, just fall short. Come on, United, get a second. We don't want Ricky's head any bigger, says Nick P. I think a lot of people predicted we'd struggle to get the second goal. I did as well. I know I said before the game you get romantic about the game before it starts, but I think I said it in the preview. I think it's difficult to go and score 2 goals. I don't think we've ever looked like we were going to do it. And we've got 15 minutes to push. It only takes a minute, girl. I would have brought Fred on 20 minutes ago for Eriksen. Just to win the ball higher up the pitch. Bit more energy. Here's Bruno. Nice ball into Ronaldo. Goes for a shot. Should be passing that. What's up, Mike? Like your videos from Saudi Arabia. Says Sad. Thank you very much. Are the playoffs aggregate 2 in Europa League? Never paid attention to this Goldie League, I'm being honest. Yeah, they are, Shannon. The same as the knockouts in the Champions League. 2 legs. No away goals. The tactical change hasn't worked. Ronaldo needs to come off, but for who? This is the thing that people have said about Ronaldo in the past. If you take him off and then there's a big chance in the last minute, people will say we should have kept him on. Rashford's overrunning it now. I'm tired of all these flicks. No more flicks, except into the back of the net, says Christopher. Jacob says, what world do we live in if we want Fred to come on? It's not been pretty. It's not been the game I think we thought it was going to be. And here's a bit of a chance, though. Bit of a break. Go on, Rashford. Sportsdirect.com. Terrible. Gets tackled too easy. Ronaldo. Fucking hell, what was that? Play on. Play on. Play on. Play on. Oh, the pass was on to Garnacho there. What the fuck? Some of our passing today has been shocking. Got to write that down for the match reaction. I can't believe the amount of times we've ignored the right pass. We've lost our width, says Jack. And this is the whole point about a rebuild, isn't it? I mean, you think about Villa on Sunday, we're going to be tired, going to have to play a lot of these players again, and you see the vulnerability of that Villa game, don't you? That's what you're talking about. Thursday to Sunday. Nice ball in. Oh, easy defending though. Could be vulnerable. 12 minutes to go here. United lead 1-0, but I've got to be honest, they've looked more likely to shoot wide. Yeah, they're not very good, Sociedad. 44 months member, Nitin. We need to be patient with the process. We'll be frustrated, but remember, we would have never got this team under previous manager, says Nitin. They seem to get under their skin and they've lost their heads, says Salim. And I would bring Fred on. I want to see that big fat smile as he toe punts in a winner, says Nick P. I'd have brought Fred on instead of McTominay. I don't really understand the McTominay sub. Like, we're playing against the team that keeps the ball on the ground, and we've brought on a player that doesn't like to get on the ball, who's tall. I don't get why we've brought McTominay on. I would have brought Fred on, but I'm not the manager. I describe this performance as defensively sound, but attackingly disjointed. But hopefully we can just find the chance in the last 10 minutes. Fred is coming on. I can see him. Oh, nearly. What's Rashford doing, says Kia. Fred for who? He'd probably be for Garnacho. He won't take Eriksen off. Oh, there's another. Harry Maguire's coming on. So we took Lindelof off to bring Maguire on. 20 minutes later. Make that make sense. The midfield is suffocating us. Too much gap between the back and front line, says Neil. Shannon, welcome to Member Squad. Unless we're going to go back to a flat back four. Zemish says Lindelof's played great. Lindelof went off ages ago, mate. We went to a back three. Maybe we're going to put Maguire up front. I think the players worried about injuries before the World Cup, says Jonas. And tired performance this. Can't see us performing much better against Villa. I think it'll be tough against Villa, Harris. All week off for Villa. New manager. I think it will be tough. Like, Maguire's coming on for Garnacho. No, Fred. So Garnacho's off. And Eriksen. I'm trying to figure this out. So we're going to go back to a back four again. Eric Ten Hag realised it's not working. He's changing back, says Jack Brown. Oh, no, I think Maguire's up front. You know what? I'm going to be honest. I mean, I love Ten Hag, and everybody knows that. But I've just got Phil Jones on corners in my head. It's. I mean, I am in shock. We're not even getting the ball up front to we're on the counter. I don't know what game we think we're playing here. We've got McTominay on for height. We've now got Maguire up front, but we're not hitting long balls into the box. So I don't know. I don't really understand how that's going to work. It could work. It could work. But you've got to start whipping some crosses into the box. I mean, Maguire and Ronaldo as a front two. You never thought you'd see that, did you? If we can get some crosses into the box, we've got two very good headers of the ball. But the trouble is, Sociedad have dominated the ball, haven't they? Let's have a look at the stats. Well, I say they've dominated the ball. They haven't really in the possession stats, but we've only had one shot on target all game. I think we've had a lot of possession in our own half. They've had 13 shots to our 4. I mean, that's disappointing when you look at that. 13 shots, 4 on target. 4 shots, 1 on target. I don't think we're going to do it. I mean, look, never write United off. Gosh, never write us off. We've got this amazing history of doing it, but I don't know. Harry Fellaini says, Daniel, don't you hear road runners beep beep every time Rashford starts a run? Says Cal. Harry didn't take the armband, says Rune. Hi Mark, did you know that Graham Souness has played the game? Not many people know that. He rarely mentions it, says Uber Mellon. We've come full circle now. Higher progressive managers to play the same hoofball tactics we did for Fellaini, says Julian. Beef last season between Ronaldo and Maguire was because of who should be starting striker, says the Riddler. Well, it's not even... I don't really get why we've got all these tall players on, because we're not doing the attacking here. Imagine before the season, Maguire up front with Ronaldo. Says Seb Watson. Come on then, let's start whacking some of these long balls up. Oh, Maguire's won that one. McTominay's won that one. It's long ball. It's Pulis. It's Pulis ball. That's what we're doing now. Oh my God, another yellow card. This ref is terrible though. He's a cheat. Allardyce ball, says Juan. It is a great move by Ten Hag. Maguire should terrorise other goalkeepers other than De Gea, says Jonas. A preview video uploaded early today by Beth and Ricky. Ricky did predict 1-0 victory. I must admit he gets it more right than wrong, says Hey. I don't think it was... I love Ricky, but I don't think it was, you know, out there thinking to predict it'd be 1-0 to Man United. Most people said they fancied us to win, but the 2-goal... thing. Harry's forgot we changed sides, right, says SK. Another dodgy yellow card. It's going to take something we probably don't deserve, you know. I don't think we've actually deserved to win this 2-0 tonight. I think if we'd stayed with what we were doing for the first hour with the back 4. Mark, with due respect to the GOAT, Ronaldo is a liability, played terrible. I don't think it... I'm not really in for that, Lee. I don't think this is about one player. I mean, look at the stats. They've had 14 shots with 4 on target. We've had 4 with 1 on target, and we expect to win 2-0. I don't think it's about one Man United player. I don't think we've attacked enough in this game at all. I think there's been some right stinking performances from United tonight. Here's Rashford, though. Work it to Luke Shaw to whip the cross in. There's people on the back post. It's not gone for a corner. Now, whip it. Not Fred. Not Fred on the cross. Still time, 89 minutes. Now, Sociedad are now starting to sit deep. Has Ten Hag pulled a masterclass here? Did he know that Sociedad would do this for the last bit? Another long ball. Oh, Casemiro! Blocked. Rashford! Oh, for fuck's sake. I thought we were going to do it. I thought we were going to do it. And there's an offside, I think, anyway. Ball came in from Shaw. Flicked on. Yeah, they're both offside. Casemiro and McTominay. Five minutes have been added on. 4 to go. It should be added on about an hour. Maguire up front. I can't. Look, many people think it's a laugh watching him at centre back, watching him up front. Mark, maybe Ten Hag is an absolute genius. He's done this on purpose to show the board we need a forward, says Kevin. Ten Hag's not happy with the officiating. It has been rubbish, but I don't think that's the reason we haven't won 2-0, to be fair. The ref has been terrible, but it's not the reason. We've not played well. I mean, Sociedad have moved the ball around really nicely. I forgot Bruno was on the pitch. He's been quiet, hasn't he, Bruno, second half? I can't believe we've only had 1 shot on target. I mean, when you're trying to win a game by 2 clear goals and you've had 1 shot on target and 4 shots together, it's not a good look. We've not played well today. Defensively, I think we've played really well. I thought Martinez was brilliant. I think Delo's played well. Lindelof played well when he was on. I think Casemiro's played well. De Gea made some good saves. But attacking-wise, we've been really bad. Can't expect to win a game 2-0 with 4 shots and only 1 on target. Somebody said it about half an hour ago. We've defended well and we've looked comfortable defensively. I don't think we've ever looked like we were going to concede, but we've never looked like we were going to score 2 goals. Give it to Bruno, Fred. He can whip it. Oh, fucking... I mean, what's Fred doing there? You've got no right foot. Give it to fucking Bruno. And he tries and whips the cross. Now Shaw. No. I mean, Fred's got it there on the right-hand side, and Bruno's free. And instead of rolling it to Bruno to put the cross in, he does it with his right foot. That's a corner, surely. Yeah. Come on. Get your head on it. I want it in. I want it in. Anthony is a massive loss, says Andrew. I want this in because I don't want 2 games in February. Why have we whipped a short corner there? What are we doing? Why have we whipped Why did we do the short corner? What the fuck we doing? I don't understand why we didn't whip the corner in. Why did we go for fucking that stupid corner then? McTominay. Why did we do that with the corner? We get a corner. You've got McTominay, Casemiro, Maguire and Ronaldo. When we go for some stupid short corner. And Bruno's on it. You know, you missed a delivery. Defence gave us the platform to accomplish this as Alec. The midfielders let us down and the forwards never had a chance. I don't think Casemiro let us down. I think he's done his job. McTominay runs away from the ball. You're never going to win the ball if you don't fucking try and get it. Bruno with the cross. No. Out. We're out. That's it. That's it. It's over. Really disappointing, actually. I mean, I think the writing's been on the wall for quite a while, but yeah, very disappointing that. Totally didn't deserve to win it by 2 clear goals. Many people said we would struggle to do it. Defence was good. Attack, terrible. Yeah, I think Eriksen probably came off 20 minutes too late. And Ronaldo won't give him his shirt, will he? Look, the Maguire thing didn't work. The back three didn't work. It was brave to try it. It didn't work. Lots to talk about in the match reaction. Don't forget Manscaped. Links in the video description. You can get 20% off and free worldwide shipping. United still in the Europa League, but now have to play 2 games more, which isn't great. We'll talk about that and a lot more on the match reaction in a minute's time. I'll speak to you over there.